Hello, everybody. Welcome to your long weekend Monday night. And we're watching hockey together. Isn't that exciting? Isn't that fun? We already know who's going to be in the final. Big win from Canada tonight, or this afternoon, I should say. Not going to gloat too much about that, but it felt pretty good. It's pretty nice to have that. A little scary at the end. We could talk about that. But guys, we have USA Sweden tonight. Now, there will be people who tell you, this game doesn't matter. Austin Matthews is out. Who else is out? Hayden, somebody else from America is out. So Matthew Tkachuk, Austin Matthews, both gone. Matthews, don't worry. He's going to play on Thursday. He's just taking the night off. USA is going 11-7. Here's why this game matters. There's a couple of main reasons. Number one is this is an Olympic tryout, especially for Team Sweden. Remember, the Swedish Hockey Federation is looking at this, and they're going, you're seeing guys like Rasmus Andersson get in tonight. And they are, this is a guy that did not play the first couple of games. They're going to be evaluating that. They're going to be looking at some of these players and going, who should start for us next time? We didn't have a great couple of games. We blew it versus Finland, and we lost to Canada too. And we could have won that game. Could have really gone. It could have been a much different tournament for Sweden if they'd won that game in overtime versus Canada and then beaten Finland the way I think they thought they would. They're in the finals today. This would be a finals preview, USA Finland or USA Sweden. But they didn't win. So what's going to put them over the hump? That's the number one thing you need to watch out for. Number two, grudge match. And I'm thinking specifically about JT Miller and Elias Pettersson. Now, probably nothing. Probably they ignore it and they just go about their lives. But wouldn't it be kind of fun if, you know what I'm saying? And listen, these teams are getting ready. These rosters are getting ready for the Olympics next year. Make no mistake. There are going to be camps this summer. There's going to be talk this summer once free agency is all wrapped up. Who's going to be on that team? And they're walking out now going, I want to be wearing this jersey next February at the Olympics. So everybody who's playing tonight is playing for something. I can understand how maybe Brady Tkachuk and Jack Eichel and some of these guys, they probably feel pretty good about their chances of being on that team. Obviously William Nylander, that sort of thing. I get it for Sweden. But there are some guys on the fringe, on the bubble here for both teams that are going to have to earn this. And so I think we're going to have some fun watching the game tonight. I think it's going to be a little testier than people think. I don't know if it's going to be like fights, but I think that there will be a serious want from the U.S. to win in front of their home fans, and there'll be some competition. This is not an all-star game. This is Olympic preview, okay? And that's why Kyle Dubas is there, wearing his Team Canada sweater. There he is. Hi, Kyle. And hi to you. Look at that. We have so many people watching tonight. This is great. It's great. Now, listen, I've just had the most relaxing long weekend of my life. Just haven't done a whole heck of a lot except for streaming with you, which is fantastic. And I want to let you know that I'm ready to get back to work. We got an STP tomorrow. We got an STP Wednesday. We got a stream on Thursday night, Canada-USA finals. And then we got a podcast to wrap it all up Friday. And then Saturday, the Leafs are back on. We're back to it. So it's going to be a fun week. I'm actually just saying that out loud. I'm like, man, this is going to be great. I can't wait for this week. And let's talk about this. While they're doing the boring anthems, and yes, I'm sorry, but they are boring. I want to tell you about a live show we got going on. London, Ontario, the Alibi Roadhouse. Officially official. We're going to be doing a live show there. 6:00, Saturday, March the 8th, 2025. It's 25 Oxford Street Road in London, Ontario. Jesse and I actually passed it when we were in London a couple of weeks ago with the Ivy School of Business and Mr. Alan Walsh. And so we're very excited about this. It's a sports bar and grill. It is family owned and operated since, are you ready for this? 1988, which is the year I was born. And basically, they have some awesome stuff there. They have pool tables. They have Golden Tee golf. By the way, I don't know if you guys are big Golden Tee fans, but one of the things that I used to love to do before children was go to a bar with a couple of buddies, play around a Golden Tee golf, and have a pitcher of beer. It's the best. It's so much fun. I want to get a Golden Tee Golf in my house. That's how much I love that game. And obviously the game between Toronto and Colorado will be on afterwards, so you can stick around and watch that with us too if you want to. And here's the thing: during every Leaf game, they hold a 1 pound of wings plus large Canadian draft for $18. That's their sweet deal, so you can get wings. They actually have the reputation as the best wings in London, and of course, they say they have the coldest beer in town. So we must go to the Alibi, and we must find out. The Alibi Roadhouse, London, Ontario, March 8th, 2025. Are you guys ready for more live shows? And we have more surprises on the way, and I'm super excited about a couple of them. Specifically, there's one. You'll know. In about a week and a half, we have another announcement. You'll know. It's very exciting. It's going to be very cool. Shout out to everybody who's learning the Swedish national anthem like I am for the first time this tournament. I really have to tell you, if you're a Swedish listener, if you're a Swedish viewer, I was unaware of your anthem game, and it's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's got. I don't know what they're saying, but there's some heft to it. You know, it feels anthemic. They're just going to get into the Star Spangled Banner right now. Oh, Steve Dangle said peanut butter jelly the long way. Thank you, Steve, for your super chat. Will Gallo, I'm coming in from Detroit. Should I take the train or the car? Man, well, that all comes down to the weather. And you know London could get its snow. Like, we just got crushed with snow this weekend in Toronto. I have no idea. I have no idea what the best way to go is. If you went from Windsor via train, would it be an hour and a half? 2 hours? Might be fun. I like taking a train. Can you take a train across the border, though? I don't think so, right? I don't know. West Richard dropping 5 SDPN memberships. That's a great way to kick off the evening. And by the way, I want to shout out my team tonight. Robert Malloy, Justin Fisher, and Hayden Matheson, Stats God, Hayden, in tonight. We had Justin and Drew and Robert, along with Steve this afternoon. So everybody's working hard. There's a lot going on. And the stream this afternoon was fantastic, and so was the game. Damn, it was nice to see Canada win that game. I was kind of freaked out at the end there. TD Garden, if you're a Leaf fan, it's just bad memories, man. Just bad memories. People are saying take the train, by the way. Oh, that's great. Okay, take the train. Hey, we can probably drop the Eventbrite in the group chat if you guys want to, and we can start getting those tickets sold. Because if you guys are coming, you should hang out. Just get your trips booked. You should get your train tickets booked. Can you? You can literally take a train from Detroit to London. I didn't know that. All right. Now I'm ready. It sounds like it's loud in there, okay? It sounds like people want to party. And by the way, a lot of people came over from Scandinavia, from Sweden, to get some NHL action and Team Sweden action. By the way, I love those Swedish jerseys. I love the American jerseys too, actually. They're beautiful. Oh, Kathy Lawson dropping 5 SDPN memberships. Hey, remember, if Wes Richard or Kathy Lawson gifted you a membership, say thank you. That's talking about you, Ozark Hillbilly, and Spency 5 Sensi, and Carly Morrow. Shout out Kathy. And Storm Drex. All right. Says, oh, Jared Jepson, Adam, Jared from Player checking in to say hi. With Matthews out, please walk my wife off the ledge. Don't worry, Matthews isn't in a bad shape. He's just taking a breather. This is as much as this is an Olympic tryout for a lot of these guys, it ain't for Austin Matthews. Austin's going to be on the Olympic team. The Swedish team, these guys all need to play well. There's a little bit of pride here. And there's also a little bit of where are we going to play next year at the Olympics. And then, of course, for Team USA, same thing. And they have to look at this as like, let's just stay sharp against Sweden. Let's see what we can do. And they're playing 11-7 tonight, so it should be very, very interesting. They've got 7D, probably keep the ice time down for the guys, and also Matthew Tkachuk and Austin Matthews are injured. I would imagine that, again, like I said, Austin Matthews not serious. Zach Rowinski in. Oh, my God. They got a goal already. Man, this USA team, they're scary. They're scary. Wow, already 19:25 into the game. Sorry, left in the first period. So that's a Zach Rowinski. Great play. He bursts in down the right side, intentionally puts it off the goaltender's pads. Okay, intentionally. Oh, and poor Sam Harrison. I mean, Sweden has used all three goaltenders at this tournament. I believe they're all the only team to do it. Linus Olmark wasn't good to go. And yeah, Harrison's been hung out to dry. Oh, it's Chris Kreider that scored. Okay. And that's got to feel good for him because this is Chris Kreider's first game of the tournament. It's great for him. Zibanejad has scored. Kreider has scored. These Rangers, man, I'm telling you, once they get back, and I think Sweden's going to try to play a real rush game against the United States. United States is probably going to try to slow them down. I thought Jesper Bratt had a really, really good game against Finland. Didn't get on the score sheet the way I thought he was going to. Oh, we have more SDPN memberships dropped. Hey, shout out. Um, listen, I always forget your name because it's not listed, but I do. You have the mask on. It's very Zorro of you, and I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. And by the way, big shout out. People said I missed the. People said I missed the. Oh, here we go. Dylan Larkin. Oh, I thought. Oh, I thought he had Harrison beat there. Listen, I'll be honest with you. For Sweden to have a chance in this game, they are going to have to really tighten up defensively. There is no way that Sweden is going to win this game by allowing a ton of shots. Yes, they're going to want their rush chances, but they are going to have to get back on defense. There's no question. Emo Jalapeno, I feel bad for Sweden. Well, Linus Olmark couldn't go, and I'm not really sure why Gustafsson isn't playing, but Harrison is. Probably just so they can get, they could put Gustafsson back in, but why not have a look at Harrison and see what he can do? And Harrison has seen a lot of rubber in Philadelphia this year. And it's funny, right? Like, I don't think Sweden has had a particularly bad tournament. They fought Canada to basically a draw in regulation in the first game. They blew it versus Finland, no question, not winning that game. Like, but you have to look at it. Sweden has been to overtime twice in this tournament. So they could easily be 2-0. Oh, big hits. Brady Tkachuk making himself known. 17-11, 17-10, 17-09, 17-08, 17-07 left in the first period. I'll do 5-second counts like that so you guys can obviously align your streams with mine. That's an icing. No change, and we're coming back. But look at these hits. Oh, they didn't show the hits. They're showing Larkin firing it past. Oh, it went off the post with Harrison there earlier. So there's Brady, one hit on the first, and then boom, another hit. Man, he's a battering ram out there. Man, if you're a Rangers fan, you got to be watching Zibanejad and Kreider like a hawk today. Like, you need those guys to come back confident. Kreider getting a goal is a big one. I know Zibanejad has scored in this thing. Wait, is Zibanejad not playing? Oh, he's not playing tonight. Right. Oh, he's got the flu. Right. Leo Carlson's in. Damn. Well, sorry, Rangers fans. I guess that's the end. But Kreider, you got to feel good about that. Now, Leo Carlson's interesting. Oh, here we go. America again. I can't even talk about the game. America's just on fire. Jack Hughes to JT Miller. Out of the line. USA looks good, man. They look really good. I know it's only 4 minutes in, but you see it too, right? They're just moving the puck so well. Their passes are crisp. They're in a great position. It's hard to believe that this is a John Tortorella coach team because they sure play they score a lot of goals. They're just so stinking talented. Boldy to Nelson. Nelson has not played a lot in this tournament. He's pulling like 5 and 6 minute games. I think some of that had to do with the fact that he got more ice time versus Canada because of the 3 fights. Look at that. The US just turns that puck around and fires it back up. What's Torts going to do when he goes back to Philadelphia and realizes, like, oh, that was really fun. Now I got to go back and coach these guys. Listen, Philly will be good soon, but they're not there yet. Okay. Cool to see Jake Sanderson roll in like that. Harrison squeezes it. Jake Sanderson, I think, is going to be a bigger part of Team USA than people give him credit for in the Olympics next year. This guy is so legit. So legit. Adam Torts is a good defensive coach. I know that. I just can't believe that USA looks so freewheeling. I think it's because they're super talented. I'm not trying to slander Torts. All I'm saying is Torts plays a particular style. You saw it in Columbus. You saw him try to do it in Vancouver and in New York. I mean, he did it in New York. He just wasn't able to pull it off in Vancouver. But Hayden says it'd be very different if Torts was the head coach. I know. I'm Listen, are you telling me no, I know, but, like, listen, are you guys telling me that John Tortorella doesn't have some sort of influence on this? Remember, when the defense grabs the puck, it has to push it up to the forwards, right? He's the guy who game plans that. I know Sully's the coach, but come on. Come on. This is a Torts team. Uh, and by the way, I was thinking about Sidney Crosby earlier today, and I was thinking about what do you think this is like for him? Like, do you think I'm just gonna muse here for a second. Do you think that he plays for Team Canada and goes, "Man, I gotta go back to where? Play with who? I don't know." He sure looked good next to Nathan McKinnon. Just throw that out there. Sure look good. They sure look like they have chemistry. Here comes Brady. Falls, hits the oh, that didn't feel good. But he's okay. He's Brady Kachuk. Man's just made of meat. JM says Torts must absolutely love Brady Kachuk. Yeah. Brady Kachuk, if Torts could just clone that guy and have 18 skaters every game that are Brady Kachuk, I think he'd be fine with that. Just a bunch of monsters on skates who can score a little. Lisa says, weren't we all thinking about Sidney Crosby earlier? Man, I've been thinking about Sidney Crosby all day. And I'm just thinking, man, like I'm thinking about Drew. I'm thinking about Kathy Lawson, who is a Avalanche fan. And I'm going, guys, sure would look good there, wouldn't he? Oh, it looks like US. Oh, US they're getting the shots. They're getting the chances. Brought tries to football it over to William Nylander. Nylander tries to reach back and grab it. Got to respect the creativity, but that's offside. Cassie says, I agree. McKinnon and McCarr should come to Pittsburgh. Well, listen, they were able to get Carlson done. Why not McCarr and McKinnon? Matthew says, Crosby would look sweet in Colorado. I think if Crosby goes to Colorado, they're instantly a Stanley Cup, like the Stanley Cup contender in the West outside of Edmonton. You can talk to me about Dallas and Vegas and Winnipeg and all those other teams, but you put Crosby McKinnon together, uh, man, that's tough to argue with that winning pedigree because it does matter, right? Like once you haven't done it till you've done it, and once you've done it, you know how to do it. And Crosby's got 3, McKinnon's got 1. They know how to do it. And then Hayden says, and then Rantanen re-signs in Colorado in the offseason. Man, he's had a good tournament. Good old Moose. He had a real good tournament. I'm hoping he gets to go back to Carolina and score goals. But I'm not sure they're so into that in Carolina. Not Rod Brindamore style. Everybody must play Selke. Jason Davis, Crosby, McKinnon, Nietzsche's brutal. Man, I think, listen, if Crosby is traded to Colorado ever, Nietzsche's is going the other way. like, first off, I'm pretty sure Dubas loves Marty Necas, and second, like you have to give up value there. So I think that's what would happen. But listen, you're getting Sid towards the end of his career on a sweetheart deal. Guy's still a point a game player. He's a monster in the playoffs, crazy in the corners, crazy in front of the net. Like you saw that game winning or that over the empty net goal today. That was the most hardcore empty net goal I've ever seen in my life. He hits the guy, knocks him down, gets the puck back, fires it from center and scores. And it was a good hit too. Beautiful. By the way, 12:30 left in the first period. I'm going to count it down at 12:25 here. Ready? 12:25, 12:24, 12:23. That's where we're pausing actually, because Sam Harrison just covered it up. I'll give you a little clap before the puck drops, but I'll say this, man. I am I am watching Sidney Crosby like a hawk this summer. He's not getting traded at the deadline. I know he's a Pittsburgh Penguin through and through. I get it. I don't think a change or a trade to Colorado changes that, guys. I don't. I still think he's a Pittsburgh Penguin forever. But do we want Sidney Crosby sitting on the outside of the playoffs anymore? I don't think anybody wants that. Cassie says, I think we should talk about our pets instead, to be honest. Fair enough. Fair enough, Cassie. Fair enough. I actually want to talk about something else too. Any Oilers fans in the chat? Any Oilers fans here? Can I just tell you something? You get to watch 97 every night? Like, I'd never miss a game again. Like, don't like I'd send my entire family the schedule, including my daughter, and go, don't interrupt me. Connor McDavid is on my team. I'm telling you, watching him and cheering for him rather than watching him and going, God, I hope he doesn't eat my team alive tonight is such a different experience. And he has been, I know Crosby has been unbelievable this tournament, deserves all the accolades he has. But the other guy who deserves all the accolades is Connor McDavid. Talk about elevating your game, scoring off the rush in both games, being an emotional leader, rising to the challenge. Like this tournament is kind of sneaky. And Keith Acton last uh, Wednesday was it when the Canada Sweden game happened in Stouffville gave us a little sneak peek into this. He's like, listen, you got to understand there are no shifts off in this tournament. Like he's like, I knew when I was playing when we had to really pay attention or when hey a lesser line's on the ice and we probably have a good idea how this is going to go. In this tournament, that doesn't exist. You saw that with Finland, Canada. You saw it with Sweden, Canada. They came back. Maybe some goaltending tweaks would be good on Canada's part, but I think that guys like Crosby and McKinnon really kind of have stuck out, and you see it with Team USA too. Like they're unbelievable. They're sick, and it's the Kachucks, and it's I mean Kreider scoring tonight. I don't know. And obviously the MVP for Team USA this entire tournament's been Connor Hellebuck, who's just a monster. Ali Boromayan said, "Did you see Marner trying to teach McDavid hockey on the bench?" I saw them chatting. It looked like a pretty animated discussion too. Like I whatever it was passion. Cassie, do you want pics of my of the pets, Adam? They're cute and evil. Sure, drop them in. You know me, I love pets. See, watching the pace of play here, anybody who said tonight's game was going to be a dud, wrong. Okay, so we get delay a game here. Sweden's going to go to the power play, try to knot this thing up. Gravely Diggs chanting USA. Brady just went to the room. I hope Brady's okay. Shit. That wouldn't be good. Imagine Team USA goes to the tournament. Oh, they won the Four Nations, but Brady, Matthew, and Austin Matthews are injured. Wouldn't be a great. Would not be great for Ontario or the Atlantic Division. That would not be cool. Joe Pipple. When does Brady Tkachuk ask for a trade to the U.S. like his brother did? I don't think that's on the horizon right now. I think the clock's ticking in Ottawa, though. Like they're in a playoff spot right now, which is great. You got to be in the playoffs this year. You got to be in the playoffs next year. He's got a long-term deal, and he's the captain. But yeah, I know you need to start taking a step forward, and it looks like they have. So Aaliyah T said, just joined. Already smashed the like. That's right, Aaliyah. Thank you. And if you're watching this right now and you haven't smashed that like button, give me a little smash. Smash me. Crush it. Click that like button. Because oh, here we go. Ooh. Because it brings the stream to more people. We get more people added to Gripper Nation. Apparently, I missed your super chat, J Rock. I will have that. Hayden, can you look for Oh, there it is. J Rock, CM87 for life, right, Adam? I tweeted, I wrote CM87 rather than CM97. It's kind of unhelpful that Sidney Crosby and Connor McDavid are 87 and 97 for a guy like me because A, fat fingers, okay, when typing, B, dyslexic. And I don't like that. It's not helpful, okay? So maybe they should have got together and talked about this before the Connor McDavid came in and wore 97. Cassie says the pics are in Hayden's DMs. Thank you, Cassie. Oh, it looks like the United States is going, and I think it's going to be Boldy. Hayden says Boldy, great player. Great player. It's because he's a Minnesota Wild fan. Hey, by the way, I'd like to know if you're American or you're Swedish, can you drop where you're watching from in the chat right now? I'd love to know. I'd love to know who we have from America or for Sweden and where you're watching from. Give it to me. I'm watching. I'm looking at this because we're in commercials right now anyway. Might as well talk about it. I want to know where you're from. I want to know what the weather's like there. You know, where do you go for eating? John Gibson from Sarasota. We got Shay from Michigan. Dallas from Iowa. Richard from Brandon, Florida, which is just outside of Tampa. Gravely Diggs from Arizona. Christopher Ward from Annapolis. Do we have any Swedes tonight? We got Jana from Ireland. Kyle from DC. We got what do we got here? What do we got here? I'm looking for Canada. I'm not looking for Canada. I'm looking for United States and I'm looking for Sweden. We had a ton, by the way. We had a ton of Swedish and Finnish viewers during the game yesterday or 2 days ago. It was awesome. I was trying to pronounce all the Finnish names. Impossible. We got Ohio in the house. We got Colorado in the house. Evil Duck says it's sunny, clear skies, t-shirt weather, Southern California. I'm so jealous, man. How great would living in California be? Seriously. Sunny Sonoma County. I'm so jealous. Long Island, New York. Pittsburgh, but cheering for Sweden. Terrell, Texas. It looks like we have a ton of Americans here. Don't have a ton of Swedes. Where are Swedes at? Maybe it's probably pretty late in Sweden, actually, right? Because weren't they that was the thing, right? When they played on Saturday, 1:00 is like 7:00 their time. Probably too late. And probably a lot of them were like, well, they're sort of eliminated from the tournament, so maybe we won't stay up and watch it. Maybe the ratings won't be so hot in Sweden. Man, look at all this. Love seeing where everybody's from. 2:40 a.m. in Sweden right now. Yeah, I can see why there aren't a lot of people. I can see that. Craig Whitaker says Florida is a hockey state. Craig, no doubt about that. They've only won, 3 of the last 5 cups. Come on. Correction, it's colder, 55 degrees tonight in sunny Florida. So jealous of the weather. So jealous. Love seeing some people saying that they're going to be at our show in London, too. March 8th, baby, at the Alibi Roadhouse. Gonna have some fun. ESC says weather, the most brutal winter I can remember in Berlin, Germany since about 2010. That's significant. You know what? Same here. I can't remember the last time we had this much snow. It's been a long, long time. Cassie says, "Okay, guys, I'm passing out. Have a good night." Good night, Cassie. We love you, Cassie gang, Cassie clan. Let's see how the Swedes do on this. Because you know what I really want? I want for the United States to have a little bit of doubt in their mind before the game starts on Thursday. I want them to get like, wouldn't it be nice if Sweden just destroyed their confidence a little bit? Wouldn't it be nice if Sweden just said, you know what, this game doesn't matter for us, so we're gonna score a bunch of goals. Just saying. 8:52 left in the first. Power plays looked okay for Sweden. They haven't really get set up though. It's yeah. America's really good, man. There's Pedersen out there. Like, I know Hellebuck is gonna start on Thursday, but it still would be nice to make the US defense feel a little bit human, you know? Here's a question. Which player of any of the four teams is most looking back to getting back to their own team? Or most looking forward to getting back to their own team? I'll start with this. I think it's Sasha Barkov. Not that he didn't love playing for Finland, but I think he's probably the most pumped to get back because Finland had an outside shot the whole tournament. They did win an incredible game, and now he gets to go back and play for the division win in Florida. That's what I think it's going to be him. But I want to see who else you think. Chantel says Willie. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Willie was at the side of the net there, probably looking for somebody to pass to. Oh, we got a fake drop puck by the ref. Bonsai Pop says none of the Bruins. Yeah, I mean, this is probably the best hockey that would be played in Boston this year. Watch, I say that. This will get clipped or something, and then they'll go to the finals. The Bruins, eh? Like, they're having a bad year, and they're not even that bad. I mean, I think they've been in and out of a playoff spot, but, like, has it been the end of the world? Not really. Yeah, they're like a point out of a playoff spot. These freaking guys, man. Watch, the Leafs will win the division. They'll have to play Boston anyway. Just pain. Although a lot of Leaf fans would be like, I want Boston this year. Careful what you wish for. There is no Jake DeBrusk, though. That's nice. Hedman took a bit of a weird spill there. Did you guys see that? Looks like that probably hurt. Skating gingerly. Sweden is the only team to not score on the power play so far, which is kind of surprising. You would think that they would have a strong power play, but you know what? Not much happened on that power play. It was kind of boring. Didn't get it set up, didn't get any real pressure. Got a shot or two away. Some things to work on. Hedman's on the bench. Let me know, Hayden, if you hear of Hedman leaving the bench, because that was a bit of a weird fall. You know, I have to say, I know some people have given Willie crap for this tournament. I think he's looked pretty good with Finland or Sweden. I think the problem with Sweden is their offense has looked at times a little discombobulated. And they have scored goals. I mean, obviously they had 3 against Canada. They had 3 against Finland, right? So they can score. But there's a flow to his game in Toronto that he's used to playing. And I think he's not able to play that in the same way yet in this tournament. And, going to have to figure that out for the Olympics, right? I mean, guys, we're 12 months away from the Olympics, and that seems like a long time, but like it's so flippin' fast. And we're going to be sitting here streaming Olympic games together. Oh, scores! Sweden scores. I think it's off Gus Nyquist, or was it a shot? It was shot in by a Swedish player, got in and around the net. That's the kind of chance you needed on the power play, but they got it done 5-on-5. This is what I'm talking about. Shake the Americans' confidence. Make them feel human. Go Sweden. So Nyquist tips that in. Oh, okay. So it got behind Ottinger. He thought he had it, and then he's able to sneak in. And okay, so it's a nice tip. Gets behind Ottinger, and good for Knight. Oh, it just squeaked through. Oh, wow. That is a very not Jake Ottinger type goal to let in. Brady back to the bench. I'm sure all of Ottawa can take a collective sigh of relief. And I'm sure they're a little concerned tonight about Linus Olmark and him not being ready to go. But perhaps Linus said, you know what, guys? I'm Linus Olmark. I got a playoff race to worry about when I get home. Why not give Sam Harrison a shot? I don't know. I don't know. Oh, Canadian Girl 85 dropping 5 SDPN memberships. Thank you so much. Les and Bart and Blake and who else got one? Ermer and Brad. Brad! Make sure you thank Canadian Girl 83 for your membership. Bonsai Pop said, wait, did Uli get hurt again? He's not good to go. I don't think he's hurt, but he's not good to go. Oh, he's got the flu. Okay. All right. Yeah. All right. So this is our third TV time out of the period. I feel like after this is done, we're gonna be like I mean intermission. And we got a tie game so far. I think Sweden's job right now has got to be do not let the States get another goal, especially in that last minute. Jason Davis, welcome to STP VIP. Maybe we should talk about that. What does STP VIP give you? Well, you get access to extra content. And this is the great thing. We do an extra episode every single week on the Steve Dangle podcast. Can my VIP members in the chat right now attest to how much fun those episodes are? So we get extra content. And then, of course, if you go to the higher tier, which is STP VIP ad free, that means that you get no ads. You don't like ads? Good. There you go. We gave you a way to not have them. Isn't that great? And by the way, big shout out to Diane Skiers. Did I say your name right, Diane? Given those memberships. So if you were gifted a membership by Diane and you could check out STP VIP and get your special emojis and get your optional ad-free tier and get your bonus STP every single week, you can thank Diane for that and Canadian Girl 83 and everybody else that has dropped an STP membership. And by the way, everybody's loving it. And by the way, it's one extra episode every week. And people were worried last summer. They were like, well, listen, we know you guys aren't on in August. Are you still going to do them? We did them. We do it all year long. And if you prefer, you don't even have to do it on YouTube. You can do it on Apple. And actually, if you buy on Apple, you can buy the entire year at a discounted price. So I think it saves you, I think you get a 30-day free trial. And there's also like another thing. Basically, it's like you pay for 10 months rather than 12, which is pretty sweet. And you can also do it on Spotify as well. Oh, yeah. The VIP episode in the summer had Michael Bublé. And Frankie Corrado was on there too. Mike Schmidt dropping 20 SDPN memberships. Let's go. Let's go. Hollis says, can confirm VIP is great. VIP ad free, even better. Come join us. Welcome to the club. Dirty Burrito 710. Much love to everyone in the chat. It's been a good chat tonight. Look at that, Mike Schmidt dropping 20 memberships. Bunch of people getting to try it out. Come on now. Pretzel Hunt. I just haven't met him yet. Aha. That's a Michael Bublé song. Aha. Listen, guys. Could Sweden get another goal before the end of the period? Mike Schmidt, shout out to all the content y'all have been making. Well, thank you, Mike. We appreciate you, buddy. Always appreciate you. You're the best. Alistair Clark, how did I not get one of those? LOL. Well, Alistair, you could always get one by purchasing one. Helping out a small business. We always appreciate the support. We just want to throw that out there. 5 minutes exactly left in the first period. Here are my goals. I'm gonna give you my completely biased goals for this game. I hope Sweden rolls in and somehow, some way embarrasses the United States. Not because, listen, my mother's from the United States. I'm half American. I love and respect the United States. Don't love what's going on right now, but I love the United States. But I don't want them to win at hockey. Okay? Because I'm Canadian and I want Team Canada to win. And I want Sweden to show the United States they're not unbeatable. I want them to just get that little beep voice in their head like, "You know what? Maybe you won't win against Canada on Thursday." Just make them feel like that a little bit. Make them feel a little human, and Canada can finish that job. Here we go. So, I'm curious with the United States what the ice time spread's gonna be after the first period. They have dressed 7 defensemen, right? And it's a smart idea when you think about it because it gets your extra defenseman in, but also, some of these guys are playing, like, in the big games, they're playing, like, 25 minutes a night. Can you bring their ice time down to 22 minutes a night? And listen, they're NHL players, it's Monday night, the next game is not till Thursday, they're gonna be fine. Still, though, you do probably wanna save them a little bit. Oh! Oh, Sweden almost had that second goal there. Great play. They seem to have their legs under them a little bit more. There is a talent differential. Dobby's Hobby says, Team Finland did a how to say our names video. Well, we will have to play that tomorrow on the STP. We did that for Sweden on the STP on Friday. It was awesome. Hayden says he can say Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen 50 times and not get tired of him. It's a great name. It is great. Eriksson Ek, great name. All right, here we go. Nylander out. Ekholm. There's Willie for the net back in. Oh man, Sweden's threatening. None of those actually counted as a shot, I don't think, but that was some there's some scoring chances there. They're humming. They're humming. Super chat from Sedin Magic 15. I'm with you on that one, Adam. If for no other reason, then maybe it will get Petey going. 0 points and just 2 shots in the tournament. Yeah, you know what? I think with Pedersen, it's been such a crap year for him. On the ice, off the ice. I feel like that's going to be one of those ones that if the Canucks make the playoffs, you hope he gets it going. If they don't make the playoffs, take the offseason, clear your head, start skating. Like if the season ends in April, start skating in May and be in the best shape of your life come training camp in September. Just go like a madman all summer long. Train, 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 and get your game back because Vancouver is a tough market to play in when you're the highest paid player and you're not scoring and it can get in your head. It does happen. The distraction is gone. They have broken you and Miller up. Now it's time to earn the contract. Lots of Swedish flags in the chat. JM says this game is meaningless for USA. The USA is not playing this game like it's meaningless. They're not. They are keeping up the intensity. They're playing well. They're JT Miller's pushing and shoving in front of the net. We're watching it happen right now. 121 left in the first period. There's penalties. I don't know, guys. NerdJock7 says, Adam, you think that Pedersen goes the entire game without being hit hard by Miller? Man, it would be the lead story tomorrow if Miller and Pedersen, if there was like a hit or something. I haven't seen them out there together against each other a whole lot. I'm not saying it hasn't happened. I just haven't noticed it. But if you know what would be even better if Pedersen lined Miller up. That'd get his season going, right? Dylan F, was there no STP today? There was not. It's Family Day long weekend here in Canada. And on long weekends, we take Mondays off. But don't worry, kids. We'll have a Tuesday, a Wednesday, and a Friday this week. Mr. B Cardinal 35, USA versus Canada. Loser gets Drake. Hey, man. Listen, Drake carried us for like 10 years of great music. We can't, he's down and out at the moment, but we can't just abandon him. All right. Kendrick won that battle, though. Holy moly, did he? That was it. Put him in a locker, stuffed him. 105 left in the first period. By the way, 1,000 people watching right now. That's so great. That's so great. Oh, Sweden scores. And it looks like Brat? Was it Brad or Nylander? No. What? I told first off, I just want to say I've been saying Jesper Bratt's been having a good tournament. So there's Willie. Pass in to Brat. I don't know if wow, Willie with a great pass there. Does Lindholm touch this? No, he doesn't. Wow. So Brat gets that goal that he should have had. Well, he should have had it all game versus Finland. He was spectacular. Man, wow. Last minute goal, 2-1 Sweden going to the dressing room. It looks like Vinny Trocheck has now gone to the dressing room early. We'll have to kind of monitor that at the beginning of the second period, see if there's actual injury there. Shout out to the Rangers fans in the chat. Trocheck to the dressing room. The Benajad not playing. Kreider scored. Kreider scored. And by the way, if there's any New Jersey Devils fans in the chat, you guys are probably pumped. Not only are some of the Rangers injured, but Broad scored. Canadian Girl 83 dropping 5 STPN memberships in the chat. 15 seconds to go. All right. I think we got a bit of a game here, folks. Shilly says, that's my man's. Jesper Bratt? Good for you. Good for you. So we are done period 1 here in Boston. Not bad. For a game that was supposedly meaningless. I kept hearing all afternoon as soon as Canada won, oh, this game means nothing. It means nothing. Why is US trying to win it then? Why are they trying to win then? Why are they so jacked up? Could it be because it does matter? Could it be because these are all Olympic tryouts and everybody knows it? Could it be that losing a game gets in your head? These are NHL players, guys. They don't want to lose a game. They don't want to lose a single game. JM Beast, does it mean anything if Sweden wins? So points wise, no. And maybe to the fans, it doesn't. It means something to Swedish people, the Swedish team, the Swedish management group, and the players, obviously. Here's why it could matter for the United States. And listen, I am going to acknowledge right off the top that I'm reaching with this take. But I've said it a few times tonight, and I'm going to say it again. If United States rolls into Thursday night and they haven't lost a game, they're going to have confidence at an all-time high. You can make the argument, oh, yeah, well, that's when you lose, when you're too confident. If Sweden, who has gone to overtime in the previous 2 games, Sweden very well could be in the finals right now. They could have beat Canada. They could have beat Finland. This game could have really mattered against the United States. They got to walk away from this with some pride. They got to walk away with this with a little bit of, listen, we should have been in the final. We got unlucky in overtime. We got to win this game. If the United States loses this game, I'm feeling like, they look a little human. They'll claim, oh, well, doesn't matter. Their fans will claim, oh, well, yeah, no, it doesn't matter. And they're right. But that voice will be in there like, we did lose to Sweden. It did happen. Matthews will be back on Thursday. My bet is Matthew Tkachuk is back on Thursday, but not at full health. I don't know. I think this shit matters, man. I do. Jake Davis, I feel like if they were trying to win it, Hellebuck would be in net. Well, Jake Ottinger's pretty good too. And if you're doing a tryout for the Olympics, which they are, this game matters a whole lot to Jake Ottinger. Because, as much as I'm sure he supports Connor Hellebuck, Jake Ottinger is a goalie, and he wants to be the starter next year Olympics. That's why they're playing him. Obviously, you can give Connor Hellebuck a break. You don't want the best goalie in the tournament by far to take an injury in a game where there's not a lot of points at stake here, right? We know that. I get it. And I still think this stuff matters. I think USA has Ottinger in net, and Ottinger's like, I'm going to play the best damn game I possibly can. And by the way, Ottinger and Hellebuck could meet in the playoffs, and you bet your ass that USA management's going to be watching that and going, which one of these goalies is better in a high impact game, because it's going to matter in the Olympics. Every game is a tryout at the international level. It just is. It just is. There's going to be a whole lot of players from Team Canada who are playing this year who are not going to be on the team next year. And that's if they win the tournament or if they don't. It doesn't matter. Some of these guys are not having the best NHL seasons. And if that continues and it goes into the fall and the Olympic selection thing happens, like look at Zach Hyman, absolute shoo-in to make Team Canada in September. You wouldn't have had a roster without him on it. He had a bad start to the year, doesn't make the team. You know what I'm saying? It does happen. It does matter. Hey, is that Chris Johnson? Like the Chris Johnston? No way. Is that actually CJ? No way. Emo Jalapeno. Never giving up and continuing to fight says so much. Hey, by the way, Steve does have his Four Nations FR up. I'm going to take a break. We're going to play a clip. I got to blow my nose. I'll be honest with you. Hayden, what clip are we playing? What are we doing? Okay. Epic Hunter says, if Adam recognizes my comment, I'll get a Spotify membership to SDPN. Well, Epic Hunter, this is me recognizing your comment. You see? Recognizing it, and Justin sent it to me. That's Justin's emoji. So, Epic Hunter, I said your name a bunch of times. I know it kind of sounds weird when I say it too quickly, so I'm not going to do that. Epic Hunter. You better go get your Spotify membership. STP VIP, ad free. All right, we'll be back. And Hayden, what are we doing? What are we doing? Kelsey's versus Swifties. Let's go.
Taylor Swift Swifties against the New Heights podcast.
Uh-oh, what happened?
The New Heights podcast is Jason Kelsey, former Philadelphia Eagle, and Travis Kelsey, current Kansas City Chief, brothers, NFL players, former, the Jason case, and Taylor Swift's boyfriend, Travis Kelsey. And New Heights, their podcast account, posted this after the Eagles won the Super Bowl on Sunday. Congrats to all of our Birds fans, 92%ers, and Jason's Eagles teammates on an incredible season. So they posted this little thing. It says, New Heights, there's a lot of people in the Philadelphia organization that feel like family to me. And it's Jason Kelsey hugging a bunch of teammates and Philadelphia Eagles Super Bowl champions. Now, this post did not last on the internet for very long because as the scuttlebutt amongst the people who follow New Heights goes, they had to delete this because the Swifties who listened to New Heights for Travis got so upset at them congratulating the Eagles and not posting something for Travis instead. And New Heights, if you go to their Twitter account, this post is still not active.
You got to leave it up. Like, if people are being stupid, they're being stupid.
Yeah, let them
be stupid. What are they doing?
Why are you deleting things? You should know better than to delete on the
Are
internet.
you wrong? If you think you're wrong, then identify that. But no, you're for sure not wrong here.
So
You're just being nice.
if you go to the New Heights page now, which I will bring up in 1 second, they have they've posted a thank you to the Chiefs. So their posts right now, after deleting the Eagles, congratulations on the Super Bowl champions, are a post where they quote tweet the Chiefs losing post from the Chiefs Twitter account, and the New Heights account tweets, played their hearts out, hell of a year for the Chiefs, and then the red and yellow hearts.
Jesse, Give me the ratio.
And then the ratio to that is
Oh,
1.1K comments, 19K likes, 643 retweets. And then they have the Super Bowl's Almost Here post where it's Travis walking in. And then, that's kind of it in terms of Eagles anything or Super Bowl anything.
Wow.
Do they know that both brothers are on the show?
It's all about Trav right now. And here's some Jason Kelce content there. But yeah, they posted that quote tweeting the Chiefs loss and nothing. Oh, and then they retweeted Jason Kelce congratulating the Eagles and talking about his brother too. So yeah, the Swifties bullied New Heights into taking down their congratulations to the Eagles winning the Super Bowl post.
That's stupid.
That is so stupid.
And we do have a kind of answer from Jason Kelce, but I guess the question about this is, do you believe him? Because he responded to all of the Swiftie backlash and the the backlash that the account was receiving for taking down the post from Eagles fans. And he wrote, I had to take that graphic down because that post had too many pictures of me. I wanted the post to be reflective of the guys who just won, not me. I didn't win shit in this one. It felt weird to congratulate this team with a bunch of pictures of me.
Hey, that's fair. I get that.
But then
That they should have approved that beforehand.
why not put something else up then?
Yeah.
But you said hey, this is Jason's teammates. These are guys he won with before and they just won again. Isn't that nice? He didn't do anything wrong.
I think that, maybe, listen, I understand that point of view. That sounds like they didn't vet their social media beforehand because you have to be prepared for all outcomes,
No,
right?
I refuse to let the Swifties win on this one.
You think
You're
it's
being weird?
You think it's the Swifties that really did this?
Yeah, no, you're being weird.
Well, they are weird. I mean, that's the audience you've courted, man.
No,
By accident. Like they're a football podcast. It's two guys who played in the NFL talking football every week. And because of one of them who they're dating, they've courted an audience who don't really care about the football side.
Right.
And are just into it for the, hey, that's
Is
her
he going to
boyfriend.
talk about Taylor today?
That's her boyfriend.
And I'll give you another one.
Give it to us.
Taking that down is showing weakness to a fan base that will eventually cannibalize you. They will eat your flesh and grind your bones to make their bread. When they break up, if they do, you're fucked. Because you've already catered to them and you haven't even done anything wrong, right?
Yep.
You've backed down by putting up a completely normal and understandable post. Oh, I'm sure they're going to remember this and be really understanding it. No, they're going to send you death threats. What do you? They're going to like.
Also, how many?
They're just going to send you pictures of your house.
You've seen those videos of those, bot farms, right? Doesn't matter where they are. They can be China, they can be the United States, they can be Russia, whatever. You've seen those, right? And there's like 40 million phones on the wall, and they're all like fucking.
We got spammed by one this week.
Did we?
On the top Super Bowl commercials video. We got spammed by the Trump meme coin bots.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I guess they were going after Super Bowl stuff.
It's spent a lot of time taking those down. But yeah, it was like 50 comments about the Trump meme coin.
That's interesting. That's really,
and they all appeared like instantly. So it was crazy.
Cool.
Yeah. But yeah, you were making a point.
My point is, I mean, what's to stop a record company from doing that? Like, you want to tell me that all of these kids are real? I don't believe that shit for a minute. Not that I don't believe Taylor's fandom is huge, and it is. But if you're telling me that bot farming isn't a part of a record company's ability to keep that momentum going, think about that tour, right? Just an unbelievable tour. I think you would be doing harm to your shareholders by not doing it. Do you know what I'm saying? So what they should have done was they should have contacted the bot farm people and they should have been like, can you change the narrative on this one? Cool, thank you. Because it's like a school of fish, right?
Right.
With these fan groups. It's like one person says something, whatever reason that idea takes off, boom, they're all going in that direction.
Yeah.
And I think if you were able to switch them on that, but I guess the emotions were running high after the Super Bowl. Hard to get it done. I don't know. Don't let Swifty.
I hate letting these weirdos win.
Who are the weirdos? Swifties?
No, not Swifties in general. Whatever this is,
Yeah.
they're fans of all sorts.
Right.
Could be Taylor Swift, could be the Leafs, could be anything.
Yeah.
Anyone weird enough to do this,
Right.
where you're leading an offensive like Dwight D. Eisenhower
Yeah.
Yes.
against a random Twitter account. Get a life.
Yeah.
Well, they are teenagers, man. Like, you know.
Well,
They have lives.
do you want
Get
it?
one.
Do you want a little tweet insight into the infighting amongst the New Heights fans?
I want to know.
Like, it's fascinating for me to see just the other level that show is on because of what Travis is doing in his personal life. But like, this is the Eagles side of the New Heights fans who are as hardcore as the Swifties, but for the Eagles. This Twitter user tweeted, yes, Swifties are weird for being mad at the New Heights podcast for posting the Eagles win, but the podcast social media team is even more weird for deleting it.
Yes.
When your co-host spent his whole career and still is in Philly, you don't celebrate them winning is weird behavior. Eagles fans also listen to this podcast every weekend and did before the summer of 2023. Shots at Taylor, when Taylor and Travis started dating. Weird way to alienate the fans who have been there from the start.
Like, if you get spammed on that scale, Amazon's going to know about it, right?
On
Wait,
Twitter?
you think Amazon would say that the Eagles post getting spammed by Swifties is bad for business?
Maybe it's, oh my God, we're too worried about that much negativity, and does it hurt the show's numbers? Because
Interesting.
What if we lose the Taylor Swift element of the show? Well,
By not being pro Travis enough.
the Taylor Swift element of the show is what Amazon bought.
Oh, that's bad business.
That's what they bought.
That's bad though,
Listen,
because they're gonna go as soon as they're not dating
The
if they
shit-
never date.
the shit people in power are getting away with these days. I better be pretty fucking wrong for me to to feel compelled to delete something. So I said congrats to the Eagles that I played for winning. Fuck you,
well, I'm sure they are.
weirdo.
Oh, big shout out to Epic Hunter, who bought an SDPN membership on Spotify. Thank you, Epic Hunter. And we have proof because he sent it to Justin. So, big shout out. Big shout out. Thank you. Love you. Really appreciate it. And by the way, that SDP VIP ad-free tier is available to you on YouTube, or you can just do the VIP episodes, right? You can just get the extra episode. But if you want to go the tier higher, you know what to do. On Apple and on Spotify, the ad-free tier is the only one they allow because they only allow one tier. We would have two tiers on Apple and Spotify, but Apple and Spotify said, nope, we're just going to do the one. So there's not much we can do about it. Now, what else do I want? Oh, I want to talk about this. The Alibi Roadhouse, London, Ontario, March the 8th. Can you believe that we're talking about March? Can you believe that March is on the radar? We are past Valentine's Day. It is Monday, February 17th right now, guys. Exactly 3 weeks from now. Well, almost exactly 3 weeks from now. March 8th, we're going to be at the Alibi Roadhouse, a sports bar and grill in London, Ontario. Family owned and operated since 1988. On top of the live show, they have 2 pool tables, Golden Tee Golf, which I'm telling you is my favorite. I love it. Am I good at it? But it's fun. And obviously, there will be a Toronto, Colorado game that you can watch afterwards. So we're going to be doing our live show. On top of that, they're known for great food and have a reputation for the best wings in town. Because it is a Leafs game day, you're going to get a pound of wings and a large draft beer for just $18. That's what they offer every Leafs game day. They also have house-made half-pound burgers, which I will be consuming, and house-made pizzas and much, much more. So come join us March 8th, Alibi Roadhouse, London, Ontario. And you can buy your tickets now. Link's in the description, I believe. Do we have the link in the description? Yes, we do. Yeah, so you can go buy yourself a ticket to London, Ontario. And we've got more announcements coming in terms of live content very, very soon. Now, Sweden scored in the final minute of the first period, put the USA down 2-1. And there's going to be a lot of USA fans who are like, this game doesn't matter. And they're right to an extent. But for the players, this game matters. This game has to matter. You're trying out for the Olympics. This game has to matter. That's why it was so genius to do this tournament. It's been hilarious today is watching all the American media go, hey, did you guys know there was an NBA All-Star game on Saturday and Sunday? Did you know there was that? Yeah, us either. We were watching hockey. 4.4 million Americans tuned into Canada versus United States, that hockey game on Saturday night. Do you understand how big of a deal that is for hockey? The best game of the season during the regular season might get a million and a half. 4.4 million. Hockey is, I think it's fair to say, thank God, finally, after a long time, on the right track and growing. Slowly, not anywhere near where the NBA is, not anywhere near where the NFL is, not anywhere near even, I'd say, the MLB. But this is a great freaking sport. About time people found out about it, don't you think? It's awesome. Mel says, disagree. This game still doesn't matter. They're focused on Thursday. Okay. Well, I'm sure they'll be fine then when Sweden blows them out. I'm not seeing that from the United States tonight. I'm seeing a team that cares very much. It might not matter to you, Mel. This matters to them. They're playing well. They're playing too well for this not to matter. $18:34 left in the second period, by the way. I want to say the Devils in this game looking pretty good. Have really liked Hughes' game so far. Brought scored. Oh, here comes Rowinski. By the way, Rowinski, if he's not top 3 in Norse nominations, I will be convinced that nobody watches Columbus Blue Jackets games. And listen, I know mostly Blue Jackets fans do watch. Rowinski's having this insane year. Not getting enough love. Adam, what did you think of the NBA All-Star game? I don't know. I didn't watch. I was told it was bad. I was told Mr. Beast was there, and I know apparently it was basically like watching a Kevin Hart comedy special with a little basketball in between. I like Kevin Hart a lot. I think he's hysterical. I think there can be, like, if you're asking him to carry 3-4 hours on the game, that means that you don't think the game's very good. And I think that's a tough position for him to be in. As talented as he is, and he's very talented. So yeah, I didn't watch any of the NBA All-Star stuff. The other thing with the NBA All-Star game is these players, they don't want to do this slam dunk competition anymore. Like, they have to bring in Mac McClung to jump over a car. Guy's like a G League player, and he's a spectacular dunker, but like, you can't get any of the stars to do it. And then for LeBron to pull out of the All-Star game a few hours before so nobody can take his place also sucks. Like, I know you want LeBron at the All-Star weekend. You need to have him there. You need to have him there because he's the star. But like, I mean, it does kind of suck if he's not playing. Looks like no Brady Kachuk on the bench for the United States right now. That's got to give you a little pause. Listen, if Matthew and Brady play Thursday, I have no doubt they'll be good. I watched Matthew Kachuk play with a broken pelvis in the Stanley Cup Finals. However, it's great for Canada if they're not at full health. I'll just be honest about that. It is. I'm not wishing injuries on anyone. Austin's sitting out too, right? I'm a Leaf fan. Trocheck, I don't know if he's on the bench too. I haven't seen him. There's Kreider. Trocheck did go off early. Going to be looking for him. If you're looking for Vinny Trocheck, his number is 16 tonight. He's on the line with Kreider and Kyle Connor. So surprising, by the way, that like USA is so deep that Kyle Connor is their 4th line right winger. Stupid as that. It's crazy. They're so deep. Sweden is looking good here. Oh, and we got a breakaway here. Almost had Gensel and Hughes away on a 2-on-0, 2-on-1, depending upon where the Swedish defender would have been. Oh, we got a break in by Sweden. And we got a penalty. United States is going to the box. Carlson just kind of has the puck go off his stick and out of the crowd. So Brady Tkachuk will not be back tonight. Will not be back. So that's a bummer, but probably for the best, right? If you're an American hockey fan, you're feeling like I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it. All right. 16 minutes left in the second. It's a nice round number to start a power play off on. Don't get that very often. Victor Hedman from the point. Let's see if Sweden can get a power play goal here because they're the only team in the tournament without one. Let's see if it could be Pettersson. Wouldn't it be nice if it could be Pettersson? I think our Vancouver Canucks fans in the chat would love that. We don't have a lot of Swedish hockey fans in the chat right now. It's 2 a.m. there. Sweden's out of the tournament. We had a ton yesterday, though, man. A ton. Lisa says, so the U.S. is down to 2 forwards now. Yeah, basically. They already went 11-7 into this game, and they got 2 guys, I think. So Brady's gone. I haven't seen Vinny Trocheck back. Has anyone seen him? Trocheck's on the bench. All right, we're good. Man, the United States is doing a great job killing penalties. This is going to be a problem for Canada in Thursday's game. Like, it really was actually with Makar out. I wonder how Canada looks against the United States on the power play with Makar in, but it just goes to show, like, oh no, Josh Morrissey's not enough. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the kind of level of hockey that we're playing at here. You need the superstars to be absolute gods out there on skates. And so I'm wondering, with Makar coming back, is that gonna give Canada's power play a little bit more juice? They have to score more than 1 goal to win. They do. And they were not doing that against the United States on Saturday. They were too damn good defensively. 17 seconds left to go on this power play. Willie, it's an errant pass. Not a great power play for Sweden here. And it's crazy because the talent they have on that power play is awesome. 5 seconds to go on the power play. Not a single shot for Sweden. Not a single shot on that power play. Angie Gray says, love the VIP episodes. Angie, we love you. Thank you for being a VIP member. We so appreciate you. We so appreciate you. Hayden is asking me if Thomas Harley can play. Yes, Thomas Harley is officially on the roster. He can play. They can sit Sanheim. They can do whatever they want. And I thought Harley Doughty was awesome, and I would go back to that. People are just beginning to learn how awesome Thomas Harley is. He's going to be a problem for anybody that has to play him for the next few years. Guy's young. He's crazy good. Oh, nice little play by Sweden. Sweden, honestly, they should just be able to decline penalties. They're better 5-on-5. Whoa, Arvidsson in. This fourth line for Sweden already has a goal with Nyquist and Arvidsson on it, and why not another? They're playing really hard, gritty hockey. No, I missed a super chat. Hayden says, so Hawks23 said, so I'll be going to the Leafs Rangers game at the end of February. Do I dare wear my Kraken merch to MSG? I think you'd be fine wearing Kraken merch to MSG. I get the sense that Rangers fans are like, if you're in the upper bowl and you're wearing an Islanders jersey during an Islanders game, I think you probably, well, it'd probably be tense for you. But I don't think wearing Kraken gear to a Leafs Rangers game is going to be too bad. People might look at you weird and be like, wow, you're a real big fan, huh? But good for you. It's good that Kraken fans have that passion already. Luke says the 4FR video is up. Anybody who stays here rather than watching that is clearly Gripper Nation. More Gripper Nation than Dangle Navy. Oh shit. Are we starting a rivalry between Dangle Navy and Gripper Nation? hate to see the winner there. Could surprise Steve. Could be Finland versus Sweden in overtime. You know what I'm saying? Hayden says he thinks the crab people win. They are a strong group. They are a bonded group, the crab people. Richard Trefino, 3 podcasters face off. I'm gonna miss these promos once they're gone. It was a fun little time on Twitter there where people were all making that inside joke. I liked it. I liked it very much. All right. Hold on, what is it? Chicago Hockey Radio having a banger stream as well. Is that a thing? Chicago Hockey Radio, is that what they're called? Good for them. That's great. As a fellow Jesse, I think we know where my loyalty sits. I would assume it's with Gripper Nation, Jesse. Everybody wants to be Gripper Nation. JM says, I love Adam. Thank you for loving me, JM. I love you back. Can I give memberships this is from Angie. Can I give memberships when using an iPhone or an iPad to watch a stream? Technically is a little hard sometimes. Yes, it's next to the chat. There's your emotes, there's your hearts, and obviously there's your you can get super chats and that sort of thing. So you can do that if you want to. 12:51 left in the second period. The second period's moving quickly. JPix 94. McKinnon is going to pay for Rantanen's tickets to sit behind Canada's net and just stare at Binnington for motivation for the USA game. That'd be nice. I'd like that. It'd be nice to see Moose there. I don't think he will be, though. Don't you think he'd go back? His last game was today. Probably fly to Carolina. Oh, nice little shot there by Sweden. Probably fly to Carolina and then get ready for the playoff push, right? Oh, big save by Harrison. You know what? I have to say, Sweden's done a good job of keeping the shots on Harrison relatively safe. They haven't been perfect. Oh, off the post. Wow. So Charlie McAvoy is now not on the bench. They have 10 forwards and 6 defensemen. That's 3 lines and an extra guy. Plus, your normal defense pairing. So much for that 11-7. Again, I don't cheer for players to get injured. I won't say that it wouldn't help Canada if Charlie McAvoy wasn't playing, though. He was all over McDavid, man. Those were monster hits. Here we go. Oh, no. Why did... Oh, geez. Back pass there by Adrian Kempe to nobody. $11:05 left in the second period. Oh, it's a giveaway. Oh, okay. What am I wrong? Did Brock Nelson not just push the goaltender over? He just body checked Sam Harrison. You saw that, right? That's not a penalty? Brock Nelson just crushing the goalie. I'm shocked that that's not goaltender interference. I'm shocked. He just ran him over. You could tell Sweden want to get on him about it. It's crazy. These guys are superstars back on their home teams. And they come here and they're fighting for ice time. Brock Nelson's not unlike the rest of them. Here comes Kyle Connor. Nice move. Oh, man, just puts it a little wide. He might have another shot. Arvidsson. Lindholm. Shot. Arvidsson's stick is tied up. Hedman from the point. Shot. Man, the Leafs could learn something from this. How about Leafs shooting like this? Shoot more, please. Shoot. Man, that's great. Some good back and forth there. Sweden is 0 for 5 on the power play in this tournament. That is, for anyone keeping track at home, poopy caca. That's not what you expect from this team. You expect Sweden to score on the power play. That's Whoa, what's going on here? Philip Forsberg is going to the box for slashing. I still want to see what happened with Nelson. Yeah, Nelson literally pushed him over. How that is not a penalty is insane. That's crazy. Man, Brock Nelson just got away with murder, and the ref's looking right at him too. That's absolutely bonkers. All right, well, I don't know what goaltender interference is, man. I just don't. How could you possibly know? Explain it to me. Like I'm 5. I I just I don't get it. Uh, Somebody's saying it's incidental contact. So is incidental contact this? Is that incidental contact? Because this doesn't feel incidental. Two bodies hitting feels incidental. You going, ugh, onto a goalie, that's not incidental. And by the way, Brock Nelson had all the momentum. He was the one skating in. Arison is flat footed. So, of course, Arison falls over. What are we talking about here? By the way, who's reffing this game, Aiden? Can you look this up? Is this a Wes McCauley game? Was that Wes that saw it? That Wes McCauley saw that? That was Wes McCauley was behind the net. He was the ref looking at it. Please double check that. That was not Wes McCauley. There's no way. That would be too damn perfect. Nobody tells Steve. I'm going to drop it on him on the podcast tomorrow. That's crazy. If that's Wes McCauley, guys, dude. Can we sign a petition? You can't do Leaf games, man. You can't do Leaf games. Man, everybody in the chat's like, good old Wes. Man, how does everybody know this guy? We know him so well. Hawk says, is Wes a USA sleeper agent? Absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely he is. Oh my God. Oh, it's Philip Ottinger. So it might be Phil. What? Hell yeah. Oh, okay. Somebody asked who's starting. I'm like, accidental contact because Nelson totally said sorry to Arison after he avoided the penalty. That's from Mr. Zephyrman. Dude, I'm really surprised they didn't make more of it on the broadcast. And then Kyle Connor cross-checked Forsberg in the face. Forsberg responds. Dude, what's going on here? I guess they just want the US back in the game. Should we call him Wes Missed Collie? Does that work? Wes Missed Collie? It was okay, Hayden just confirmed it. So Wes McCauley is behind the net. Brock Nelson pushes Sam Arison. He looks directly at it, no penalty. You're freaking kidding me. That's just crazy, man. That's so crazy. It had to be. Like, it could have been any referee in the world. It had to be Wes. Yeah, Hayden makes a good point. He could have made such an entertaining call. Goaltender interference! And they'd play it for the next 5 years on Top Fives on SportsCenter. 1 minute left in the power play here. Not a whole lot going for the U.S. on this one. Oh, off the post for Jack Eichel. They've hit a lot of posts and crossbars. Oh, Wes No Collie. There you go, Natalie. There you go, Natalie. That's a good one. Trevor Smith, I'll trade you Pedersen for a Marner. No thanks. Appreciate it. We love our Mitchell. Nylander is out there killing penalties for Team Sweden, just like he does. Can you imagine a couple years ago going, yeah, William Nylander, good penalty killer. No chance. No freaking chance. Oh, Eichel with a shot. Arison with a big save. Mr. B Cardinal, Wes McCauley is going to hit the gritty for his next call. That would be hilarious, actually. Did someone AI video that? Hey, AI can be good for something. Carly Isaac, I hate that camera on the ice for the penalty. You mean the one where it's along the crowd? I love that angle. You don't like that angle? I love that angle. I can't believe that. That is such a prime on brand Wes McCauley thing to do. I'm sorry, I can't get over it, guys. Like that is goaltender interference. I just don't even. All right. Listen, if Brock Nelson can get traded to Toronto and he can get away with goaltender interference like that in the playoffs, I'm all for it. If he and Wes are like this and they're tight and it changes Wes's opinion of the Toronto Maple Leafs, there's a ref for the Vancouver Canucks where they've like literally never won when he's refed in the playoffs. I think it's Kelly Sutherland. I think they're like it's Kelly Sutherland, right? Yeah. He's like it's crazy. Like just Canucks fans like know him and they dread when he's announced. Deb says no one knows the pain of the Don Koharski years. Oh, Deb, I remember Don Koharski. James Stemler, the cam on wires throws me off when it goes in front of the main cam. I'm like, what's that giant bug? Yo, that's true. Kind of looks like a drone coming across. I think those cameras are very cool. Mr. Zephyrman, sometimes I like to think that when the ref missed the calls, it's because they forget it's their job and they're watching like a fan. I mean, listen, that would be the fun of being a ref, right? Is seeing the most insane, incredible, amazing hockey up close all the time. Like you don't become a ref because it's like, oh well, I don't know. My dad was a ref, so I decided to be one too. You have to be incredibly talented. You have to be an unbelievable skater. You have to have quick reaction times. And I don't think all NHL referees do have all those things, frankly. To be a good ref, you got to have all those things. I don't think that everybody in the union does. All right. Hammer 47 says refing one of those McDavid goals would be a blast. Can you imagine Connor McDavid grabs the puck in his own zone for Team Canada and he goes racing down to the other end like he did versus the United States, like he did versus Finland? How do you keep up? Like it would be fun, but you also be like, I better freaking move my feet because this guy is gone. He's gone. I hope I know that it went in. There's no way for me to actually know. I have to rely on the crowd. Little something in the chat. Justin just put this up. Will Team USA tie this up? Yes, no, or grippers? It's a tough choice. On one hand, yes, they're Team USA. On the other hand, no, they're Sweden. And then you look down at your feet and go, grippers. What will you choose? I know my answer. I know my answer. Dallas says Avs fans knew that Tim Peel was the worst in the league before the incident. Now it's McCauley and St. Laurent. Really? Honestly, I'll be honest. I didn't know. I wasn't too familiar with Tim Peel before the even up call incident. Look at David Pasternak. He wants to play, man. It sucks that Czechia is not there. And honestly, this would have been the Six Nations if Russia hadn't pulled all the shit that they pulled. Like, let's be honest. There's no way they would have done a Four Nations. They would have done a Six Nations, and Czechia would have been there. But there's not enough players from other countries to fill out an NHL roster, which is sort of a bummer. I think that's changing. I also think the NHL needs to get off the thing about like, oh, it's got to be only NHL players. I know that it's an NHL tournament, and I know that they're assuming all the risk and all the insurance and all the promotion, whatever. But like, wouldn't it be good for NHL teams if there's like a star that arrives from Czechia that you didn't even know, and he has a hot tournament for Czechia, and you've never heard of this guy, and then all of a sudden a bunch of NHL teams are lining up to sign him? Wouldn't that be a great story? I don't know. Chris Johnston. Does Toronto sign Mitch Marner to a $13+ million a year deal? I don't know, CJ. You tell me. I know that's not our Chris Johnston. It's another Chris Johnston. 13 million plus? What he's asking. I don't know. I think what'll happen for both sides is they're going to wait and see how the playoffs go. And if you're Toronto, you got to keep your options open. And if you're Mitch, you got to keep your options open. And I think both sides know that they're probably best off staying together. It may not be perfect, but I think it's probably the best for both worlds. And also for Mitch, like, think about the extension that Mitch is going to be able to sign in Toronto. So let's say it's 8 years times 30 million or 13 million, right? 8 times 13 is $104 million. Okay. If he goes and he signs for 13.25 times 7 with someone else, which is the max he could sign, it's still $12 million less than he would have got with the Leafs. So the Leafs have the upper hand in terms of free agency. If he wants to leave Toronto, that's one thing. Or you can go and you sign a 1-year deal with somebody, and then you sign the 8-year deal as soon as January 1st hits, or whatever you want to do. There are ways around it. But my point is this. Do you want $100 million, $104 million, or do you want $92 million? I'll be honest with you. You're a Leaf. You've been here forever. You're like a god in these parts, and they're offering you $100 million. Pretty hard to say no to that. If in fact they've offered that much, I don't know if they have. Oh, 3:42 left in the second period. Sweden pressuring. Been a pretty even game. Sweden's power play stinks. USA's pretty good. USA's penalty kill. You know what? I'm going to give a little credit to that, because as much as Sweden is the only team in this tournament that has not scored a power play goal, I want to give the US a lot of credit for their PK. It's real good. Slapshot 68 says, I thought Arison was supposed to be bad, Adam. He looks much better than Binner. Much love to SDPN. Well, thank you. No, listen. Arison is any goalie that makes it to the NHL is an all-world unbelievable talent. Is Arison the greatest goaltender that's ever played in the NHL? Not yet. But he's played really well tonight. No question about it. I have my concerns about Binnington. I've stated them. But for right now, he's my guy, and I'm refraining from criticizing him. At least on these streams. We might have to talk about it on the podcast tomorrow. I do think it is their weakness. But we kind of knew that. Mathurin says it makes a really good point. He also has a much better team in front of him. Well, yeah. Yeah, I think Team Sweden could probably beat the Philadelphia Flyers 10 times out of 10. Just kind of the way it is. I mean, Team Sweden's payroll would be 140. I think we said it on Friday. It was like $142 million. They'd be one of the best teams in the league, if not the best. Kind of puts it into perspective, too, when you're like, oh, yeah, like, they're not having the greatest tournament. Like, the difference between these in some of these games, with the exception of Finland and the United States, has been inches. It's been 1 goal. Pretty sweet. Oh, just missed that shot. 146 left in the second period. 20 shots USA, 18 Sweden. JM says this All-Star game is pretty boring. I don't know. Good. I think this is really good rate to play hockey. And look at Zach Rowinski just walking through the Swedish team. Nice little rebound created. No USA player there to get it. Rowinski's having a good game, kids. And I think we got an offside here. Oh, the net's off in the Swedish zone. Okay. That's why. I thought it was Joel Eriksson X fault. And then I thought the Minnesota Wild were going to say, hey, you went offside. Now we're going to cut you and trade you to the Leafs. Right, Hayden? That's what they're going to do. Paperface says Sweden's fourth line is better than the Flyers' first line. Yeah, it is. It is. McDiesel says, I want Viking Ekholm to pass Prince Willie or to set up a Prince Willie goal. I like that. I'm down. Bonsai Pop says, I would die for Eriksson Ek. Well, 44 seconds left to go, by the way. It is icing. Here we go. Cal Morale says Jonas Brodin, 104-mile-an-hour shot. LOL. So true. It's a monster. It's a monster shot. Not Ryan anymore says, why is Adam so very, very pale? I'm still working on the lighting in this room, but I am a little washed out. But I'm also super white. Like, I don't know how else to put this. I haven't seen the sun in like months. It's Canada in the wintertime. I'm a white boy. Very white. It's not much I can do about it unless you guys want me to get a fake tan. I can do that. 18 seconds to go. Let's see what Nylander does with these last 10 seconds. He's out there. Passing around, getting. Oh! Hedman pinching. 3 seconds left in the period. Wow. Wow, okay. So no goals. Sweden still up 2-1. Kind of a surprise to everybody. You know what? They're a good team. The United States, a great team. Missing some players. 3 guys from the United States. Not back. So they've got US is running 10 forwards, 60. They started the game running 11 forwards, 70. Okay, so it's 2 guys that are out, right? Brady Tkachuk, Charlie McAvoy. Westman says, yes, get a fake 10. Shasta says, no more orange men, please. Why? Orange men have a great reputation. What's the problem? Will Gallo, Adam Wylde, 80 spray tan, and SDPN calendar is a dynamic duo. Oh, I would do that. Dwayne McNeil, Adam, what? Emo Jalapeno, thank you, Adam and Justin and all the mods and producer Drew and everyone else I missed. Well, Emo Jalapeno, it's also Hayden, your boy Hayden. He's producing tonight. Joe says, Adam, come down to Florida for a live STP and watch on the beach. Man, I would love to come to Florida and do a show down there. That would be so much fun. Get on down to Sunrise. I've seen many games in Tampa. I would love to see a game in Sunrise. All right. What do we got here in the chat? Who dropped 20 memberships? Oh, it was Mike. Sorry about that, Mike. Did I miss that? Orange Adam and Red Steve. Well, Steve just turns red with anger and frustration. It's just Julia. Never forget Hayden. R.I.P. Hayden. Mel says the U.S. cares about one thing tonight: stay as healthy as possible for Thursday. Yeah, I think that's why Brady and Charlie McAvoy are sitting. Nerding out says, "Sup, Adam? Sup, nerd?" I think we're gonna take a quick break here, and then maybe come back for the third period. What do you guys think, Hayden? Oh, Angie Gray dropping 10 gifted memberships. Now, remember, if you were gifted a membership, say thank you to the person that gifted it to you. I'm talking about you, Alana, and RC, and McRuffy23, and Survivus, and Andy Stump, and someone, and Matthew Jean, and Nishal Aurora, and Jacqueline. Give Angie a bit of a shout out in the chat. Hayden, what are we doing here for the clip? Okay, so this is for the Canadians in the chat. There's a lot of Americans watching. You're going to be able to relate to this because this is probably how you feel about Team USA. And look at that roster. Who wouldn't? How amazing it is to cheer for stars that you've never had the luxury of cheering for. Remember, it's been 9 years since we've had international competition. 9 freaking years. So you get to cheer for people you've never got to cheer for before, or it's been a long time. Have a look at the clip. We'll see you at the beginning of the third.
Started off with a goal pretty quickly. And I have to say, Crosby on the first goal is insane. Watching Nathan MacKinnon and cheering for Nathan MacKinnon, Steve, Jesse, new experience. Pretty cool.
Well, Jesse didn't cheer for Canada.
I did. No, I cheered for Canada. I was supporting my.
You know what?
I was supporting my boy William Nylander.
You know what? Jesse should have to play this.
I was supporting my boy William Nylander because Fanatics was nice enough to send me a Fanatics William Nylander Team Sweden jersey, which was awesome. Mm-hmm. But yes, it's cool. It's cool rooting for Crosby. Having McDavid on your side is awesome.
You imagine?
Yeah. So Jesse, I'm going to save that. I'm going to save that for later. Jesse had the Sweden jersey on the entire time.
It looks.
He
so
sat
good
in the middle of the bar
Yep.
at Boston Pizza with that jersey on. But let's bring it back to Nathan MacKinnon for a second. Cheering just for him. Forget Crosby for a sec. Just seeing Nathan MacKinnon rushing the puck in towards the goalie. What feelings does that evoke in your soul?
I haven't watched the stream back yet, but I'm pretty sure I spent most of the opening 10 minutes laughing. Just giggling. That is such an unbelievable... Like, I'm used to watching these players with, like, dread on account of almost all of them play for not my team. Mm-hmm. Every time the Leafs play the Oilers, I don't have to... You can't look for 97. You look at the blur that looks sort of like it might be a 97 if it were standing still. And you just go, no, and you wait until the shift is over. And then hopefully it ends with him going to the bench and not you fishing the puck out of the back of your net, and then you go, ah. And then the rest of the game happens. Right? Time stands still when he's on the ice against your team. Same with MacKinnon. Same with Crosby. Same with Makar. Maybe not to the same degree, but damn, Sam Reinhart's pretty good, man.
Oh, man.
And that's your top power play unit. LMAO. That first goal was McDavid to Crosby to MacKinnon. They're all first overall picks.
Top line centers on their teams.
The Canada's top power play unit is first overall pick, first overall pick, first overall pick, fourth overall pick, second overall pick.
That's great.
There's no one out of the top four.
That's great. Great.
That's so silly. And I think a lot of our goaltending concerns were confirmed by this game, but I think some of what we saw in that game showed that we might have overblown it a little bit. The rest of the team is still pretty damn good. You asked a great question, or someone in the audience asked a great question during our live show in Stouffville. Forwards, defense, goalies. Rank Canada in the tournament. Goalies is the easy 4, unfortunately. Forwards? I give them 1, I think. It's 2 at worst.
Especially the way Crosby played.
Yeah.
I mean, he had
On the wing.
that first setup goal, guys. That was for me like vintage Crosby, in tight with the net, making something of nothing.
Oh, yeah.
And just the puck kind of just flowed through him like it was a creek, like a river, just nothing.
Damn.
Set it up, scores, goal. It's beautiful. And I think it's kind of crazy. And I saw a lot of social, and I'm sorry, Pens fan, I do have to bring this up. There were a lot of people like, please get Sidney Crosby out of Pittsburgh.
Oh, my God. Play him with good players. Holy shit. It shouldn't be this difficult.
Yeah. I mean, the payroll of Team Canada is $182 million. So,
It's
yeah,
insane.
it is a little difficult to get that many players together.
The one I had trouble with, and this is obviously a different conversation now that Shea Theodore is hurt and Cale Makar is sick, in both ways. Canada's defense. I said, you could convince me they're 1. You could also convince me they're 3, which is why I'm going to cop out and say 2.
Right.
So if your forwards in D are, let's say 2 and 2 out of 4, yeah, I think you're doing okay. You could argue they're 1 and 1 and 4. They're a really, really, really good team.
Yep.
They have as good a shot to win as anyone.
Jesse, your thoughts on, I guess we can talk about the whole game because I'm not going to go goal by goal necessarily like we sort of do with the Leafs in the playoffs, but Crosby on this night, McKinnon on this night, cheering for McDavid, like getting all those guys on one team and going, yeah, that's my team.
No, Crosby's got to be the focus for me to start because, like, no disrespect to the other, 600 players in the National Hockey League, but seeing these teams put together where there's no bad players on the ice, and yet Crosby's still out there being one of the best out of any of them, it just shows, like, the level he's at. And that first goal you're talking about, the one he assisted on where he's backwards doing a blind pass, and then he does the same thing in overtime where he has a blind pass to Mitch Marner. It feels like he's out there showing off. He feels like he's out there being like, hey, if anybody forgot, I'm still Sidney Crosby, and I still have it. I'm still at the top of my game. So it was really special, and it's cool to see him have that moment to start the tournament.
Well, that overtime winner to me was just him being the smartest player on the ice. Like, there's so many goals in his career where he's able to be the facilitator by sucking up so much energy. All the Americans converged on him. At this point in his career, even though he's still a ridiculously good skater, he still has some of the best edges in the league. He's not even going to really try to beat you with just outright overwhelming speed. Guys have gotten too fast. McDavid's insane. McKinnon's insane. Other guys, like even Marner, is insane. Mm-hmm. But Crosby sucks up that energy, and once he hands it off, Mitch has already read what's going on. I don't know if they talked about it beforehand, because it seemed too perfectly executed for them to not know exactly what was going on. Crosby's got one job: stay on side. Or get on side. Mm-hmm. That's it. Mm-hmm. That's it. And then Mitch is just friggin' leading the charge. Like, if anything, that play felt like it was designed to get a line change in.
Right.
I don't know if they meant to call game that way.
Yeah, but the genius of it is, like, Crosby started playing with Mitch Marner that day. Like, it's not like they've been playing together for 5 years, for 10 years, for 20 years. Like, they met each other on Monday, and he's making blind passes in overtime to him in the middle.
Now, Jesse, you're forgetting some. You're forgetting some. They trained together in the summer.
Right.
They trained together in the summer, and we got conflicting messages about it. Like, oh, you're making it sound like they've been training together for weeks and weeks. So it was only a couple days. It seemed to help.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, Nathan McKinnon and Crosby, they have their camp out in Denver
Vail,
every year.
I think it's
Vail.
Vail.
There it is. Yeah, Vail, Colorado, every summer. And this year, Mitch Marner was there hanging out for a little bit.
Worked.
Yeah. This is the view of Crosby's first pass. Yeah, everybody's hyping up the blind one in OT, but this one is also blind to Nathan McKinnon across the ice. The awareness to know that, hey, yeah, he's over there. I'm going to go not look at where I'm passing the puck, and it's going to go through 3 defenders and past the goalie, and McKinnon's going to bury it.
By the way, that was on a William Nylander penalty for a high stick to the face of McKinnon.
Yes. Yeah, this is on the power play. And yeah, Nylander had a poor start to the game.
Yeah.
But he looked dangerous in the middle.
He did.
William
Sweden was coming back.
Nyliability.
All right. Third period time. Well, third-ish. Third-ish. Did you guys like seeing assistant producer Huey and assistant producer Evie? Hayden has a lot of pets. A lot of pets going on. And they're all adorable. And they all need his attention at all times. He's a giving man. He's a loving man. He is Hayden. Okay, kids. What do we got here? Everybody's very excited about your pets, Hayden. I have to say. They're pumped. They're pumped. I'm going to see if I can unwash myself out here. Give me a sec. Let's, you know what? Let's play with the lighting. Okay? Give me a sec here. I'm looking a little pale. Let's see if we can fix this. Can we fix this? I'm trying to fix it. Well, that turned everything green. I don't want to do that. Okay. All right. What about this? How's this look? Do we like that? Does that work? How's that? All right. I'm going to try. I'm going to see if I got to put my headphones on. Hayden, does that look better? Does it? What do you mean Canadian? Is it red? Okay, hold on. All right. Yeah, it's way too red. That's way too red. All right. Let's try it. All right. We're going to fix this, guys. All right. How's that? How is it? Anyone? Better? Looks better than before. All right. Adam looking like a hamburger under that heat lamp. Man, I'm still looking a little pale, huh? Oh, well. What am I going to do? Jesse and I'll have to work on this lighting. Still working with it. You're going to have to bear with me, kids. Adam, it looks like you're in hell. I guess it did, huh? All right. 1952, 1951, 1950, 1949, 1948. We are underway. Third period. States and Sweden. We'll see how bad the Americans really want this. I know the Swedes want it. They do not want to come away from this turn. Oh, we going to break in? So I thought that was it. Jack Eichel looked like he had one for sure. Somehow it stays out. Good little start, 30 seconds in here. I guess the Americans want it. We'll see if the Swedes can hold them off. Looks like a white balance issue. We'll see if we can figure it out here. Hang on. Okay. Man, this has been a fun game. For a game that was supposed to be meaningless, I was told it was meaningless. This game has been pretty sweet. So here we go. I'm going to change the saturation on the thing while we watch the game. Can we change that? Can I change that? Oh, here we go. You got a little frozen there. I guess I can't change it during the game. I will have to sort this out later. My next stream, by the way, is going to be next week with the Toronto Maple Leafs. Can you imagine a Toronto Maple Leafs game in this economy? We're getting those again. Camera ISO is too high. Can we get green? I need Adam in a Hulk quote. I think we can get green, actually. Here. This looks a little washed out, too. Hang on. Let's figure it out. You guys all say the game's meaningless. Well, all right. How's that? Now it's super bright. What does it look like? Do we like that? Hayden, do we like that? Is it the best one? Okay. Well, I'm glad we have that. I will probably need a fake tan. I turned it up. This is crazy. Mr. Blue says, "Stop messing with the lighting. The game is on." You're just mad that I didn't turn it blue, Mr. Blue. By the way, Sweden, this is their 6th power play of the tournament. They have yet to score on the power play in this tournament. 18-14 left in the third, 122 left on their power play. They just can't they seem to not be able to get set up against the United States here. And uh, it's interesting because the United States, obviously great penalty killers and that sort of thing, but Sweden's power play is pretty sick. The US PK is at 100%, though. Damn. Oh, Patterson almost set. Who would it? Set up Forsberg there. Woo! Woo! Long Hong, is there any reason not to put Willie on the right side of the PP? I don't know. I don't know. They could just be trying things. Remember, this is like the last international game they're going to get together until the Olympics next year. So they probably will experiment a little bit. 30 seconds left on this power play. Hedman at the point. Down low to Pedersen. Shot goes over the net. It's tipped. Back out to Hedman. To Pedersen. Pedersen with a nice little play. Forsberg tips. Scramble around the net. Dahlin keeps sneaking in there too. You notice he kind of skates in from the point and gets involved. I like that about him. Oh, at Forsberg, they're just showing the replay of Forsberg there. Had he put that on the net, there's a chance that goes in over the glove of Ottinger. Sweden wants to put this game away. If they get that third goal, the chances of the United States coming back obviously minimized a lot. And also, you have to take into account the fact that at the end of the day, win or lose, they're in the finals. By the way, who's Chatbot? Tell me about Chatbot. There's Faber. Oh. Oh, off the post again. That's got to be the third or fourth time that USA have hit iron this game. I think that was the outside post. I didn't think that was going in. Oh, it's the AI summary when you join the live stream. Oh, that's cool. I never read that. Maybe I should. I never read that. Sometimes I have to like refresh my page because it just goes offline. Oh, this Arvidsson line with Nyquist looks really good tonight. Arvidsson. Oh, here we go. Oh, Rasmus Anderson in his first game just puts it wide. There's a guy that needs to have a big game. Rasmus Anderson, top defenseman on any team he plays on. You come to this tournament, though, and you're going to be fighting for ice time. That's just how it is. Kind of crazy, huh? Oh, the AI summary says viewers are provided their opinions on Adam's lighting and effects and offering suggestions for improvements. They are also discussing the ongoing hockey game between Sweden and Slovakia and are rooting for Sweden to win. Not quite, AI. Not quite. All right, chat, what are we thinking? Sweden gets the W or USA completes the comeback? That is your poll up right now by one Justin Fisher, runner of the SDPN account. Cosmo Kramer. These Slovaks sure look great. I don't know how they got the Slovak thing. 14:41 left in the third period. Next face-off, I'll give you a little clap so we can align. Anderson gets a shot in, off a skate, out. Kids, I think we're going to a break here, commercial break, I think, soon. Cash Shadow says, I'm watching this SDPN stream while holding my 1-day-old son. Life is good. That is lovely. Congratulations. You're in for a hell of a ride. It's a beautiful journey being a parent. It's a lot of work and a lot of love. So enjoy. Congratulations to you. Congratulations to your partner. I hope everybody was safe and okay throughout. And remember, take a few videos of them and their little cries early on in their lives, because once they grow older and they get a set of pipes and they really let you have it, you'll forget that once they were a tiny little bean and they have those tiny little cute cries. 13:46 left in the third period. Raymond tried to get it to look like Nyquist. Here comes Brock Nelson. Goalie pusher Brock Nelson with Kyle Connor. What a crazy fourth line. Kyle Connor and Brock Nelson on a fourth line. Give me a break, USA. Here comes Leo Carlson. You know Leo Carlson wants more ice time in the Olympics. Oh, big hit by the American defender. That was Jack Eichel. And Leo Carlson's got to leave the ice. Can't go back on until his helmet is back on his head. Might want to secure that next time. Carlson had a good little rush, but as soon as he hit the blue line, he kind of stopped. Couldn't do anything with the puck. Oh. Chris Kreider's having a really good game, by the way, low key for the United States. I think, is there a penalty? No, it's offside. Oh, Backstart 78. He forgets to clap. I do forget to clap a lot. That is a monster hit by Jack Eichel. Boy, you don't see hits like that in Buffalo anymore. Cosmo Kramer, AI summary. Viewers seem infatuated with Adam's feet. How much feet talk would we need for the AI summary to tell us that? I would love to know. That would be good. Hey, by the way, in the link in the description of this video, you're going to see a link to the Alibi Roadhouse live show in London, Ontario. That's right. The STP is going on the road to the Alibi Roadhouse. And it's at 26 Oxford Street West in London, Ontario. Tickets are $20. Doors open at 5. Show starts at 6. There is a game afterwards, too, between Toronto and Colorado. And here's the deal. This is a family-owned and operated sports bar. Has been since 1988. I love this line. If your date is boring, there's 2 pool tables and Golden Tee Golf to keep you entertained. I love Golden Tee Golf. I will play Golden Tee Golf with you. They have the reputation for the best wings in town. And I am a wing connoisseur. So you better believe I'm going to be getting buffalo wings there. During every Leaf game, they hold a 1 pound of wings plus a large Canadian draft beer for $18. They've got this pretty sweet deal. They also serve, wow. So they serve your beers in frosted glasses. So they are known to have the coldest beer in town. And London knows a thing or two about the cold. London's seen some snow. So Londoners will tell you, hey, yeah, it's cold. You'll enjoy it. I can't wait to go down for this. It's going to be great. They also serve, forget your quarter pounder burger. They have half pound burgers and they have house made pizzas too. This is going to be fun, guys. I love a live show. If you've never been to one, they are a lot of fun. And I'm very excited to be going to the Alibi Roadhouse. Hopefully we get back there a few more times too over the next few years. Got to go on tour, you know? Deb says the SDP Live needs a road trip to the States. True that. We need an airline partner who can help us out with plane tickets because they're so expensive right now. Kind of bonkers, isn't it? Codester says, damn, frosted beer mug sounds great, doesn't it? I'm having a beer that night. I'm having a beer that night for sure. Cal Morale says, tall, frosty, cold one. Cool as a mountain stream. Cal Morale is a commercial writer. 12:40 left in the third. I forgot to do the clap for the face-off there, but don't worry. There will be other face-offs. 12:30 left in the third period. Nyquist took one off the ankle, and he is hurting right now. He is needing to get off the damn ice. Oh my god. It looked like it hit him on the inside of the boot too, which is the worst place. Just a stinger. Hopefully nothing worse than just a stinger. Haha. AI chat summary. Viewers are joking about Adam's feet. There was some discussion about the hockey game. Well done, everybody. Well done. Well done. And it looks like Sweden is going to the box. Jake Gensel, I believe, got a high stick. Eric Carlson going to the box. Weird. Doesn't happen often. Oh. Yeah, that Nyquist thing, that sucks. I feel for him. Oh, yeah. Carlson actually probably has a point there. Carlson's not happy about that. He did sort of push off of Gensel's face, and Gensel sold it. But you know what? Sell it or not, don't sell it, man. I think that's a weak call. Oh, Jesse in the chat also thinks it's a weak call. He sold it. He sold it for sure. But it's got the USA on a power play. The worst would be is if this leads to a goal, which it almost just did. Canadian Girl 83, Northern Ontario first, Adam. LOL. Oh, man. I would love to go to Northern Ontario. Maybe not in the dead of winter. Maybe not in the dead of winter. 11:23 left in the third period. 1 minute and 20 seconds left on the USA power play. Good warm up for Team Canada. You know that will be a very tightly checked game. I don't know if there's going to be a lot of penalties, though. Brott! Oh, Jesper Brott almost got his second goal. This time shorthanded for Sweden. He's already got a goal tonight. He got the go-ahead goal with 1 minute left to go in the third period or first period. Wow. He had a wide open cage, too. Emo Jalapeno, dude, the salami lid won't fit. The salami lid. I love those. Steve, Jesse or Steve loves to send me the peanut butter and jelly the long way. Lots of weird TikTok inside jokes here. 30 seconds left to go on the American power play. Sam Harrison holding his ground. I think the USA might have been offside there, but no, they are able to keep it in. 20 seconds. That is out. Sweden trying to get it out of there. It's a 2-on-1. All broken up by the Swedish defenseman. I didn't see whose number it was. Oh. Gus Forsling, by the way, was the guy that broke it up. And the USA power play is over. Won't be as easy for them to get power plays in the future because we all know how NHL refs work. There's less than 10 minutes to go in a very tight game. Gus Nyquist, by the way, has gone to the dressing room after taking a puck off of the inside of his left boot, which looked like hell on earth, honestly. It just feels terrible, and I can only imagine what an NHL shot feels like. Ekholm breaking through. There's this fourth line again for Sweden. They've played really, really well tonight. Oh, Nyquist. Oh, no, that's not Nyquist. Who am I saying? Who am I saying that is? That's Kempe. Dummy. Oh, Hughes with the shot. Harrison with the save. We will have a face-off. 9:17 left to go in the game. 9 minutes, 17 seconds. I believe we're going to commercial break. Oh, Jesper Bratt just so damn close to scoring. All right, what do we got here? Backstar78. Smash that like, people. We need to get it to 600. Well, we have almost 1,200. We got to get it up over 50%, right? We got 1,200 people in tuning in. We can do that, right? Johnny Jackson says you should have the viewers decide the color that you paint your toes. Oh, jeez. There's something so weird. I listen for the playoffs. If we get over 1,000 likes on a stream, I will drop the grips. If we get 1,500 likes, I will drop the grips with painted nails. All right, I think that's a good deal for the playoffs. Injury update from Hayden. What do we got? So Wes McCauley is officially not going to return to the game, which means the game will probably be better refed. But he is injured, and so we wish him the best. Crowns on every toenail. Justin is not liking the painted nails. What's wrong, man? What's wrong with making your grippers look as good as they should? What's wrong with that? Come on. Robert Malloy says you're working that stream by yourself. I'm sick that day. I don't know, Robert. I don't know, Robert. You might have to work that day. I don't know. Nothing wrong with painted nails. Thank you, Rosie Callahan. I appreciate you. Who is working the SDPN account? That would be Justin Fisher. This is amazing. Amazing. We got some American flags in the chat. Gotta love the patriotism tonight. Sedine Magic 15 says, Hayden, you got to clip that. Adam will never remember he said that. Sedine Magic 15 knows me. I will forget. Adam using Manscaped to trim his toe hairs. Alex Mercer, chat, what happened to Wes McCauley? I didn't see what happened to him. I did not see what. No one said why. He just never came out for the third, and I know they dressed a different referee. So they had a spare ref ready to go. Maybe Wes is saving himself for the playoff push, too. You know, got to have him on there screwing up teams' flow, right? Somebody's got to make bad calls in the playoffs. Oh, Werwinski. I don't think that shot was going in, but that was the right idea. Arison is able to grab it, and he holds it there on the ice there for a bit. I think that probably freaked him out too. If once they play the replay of this Werwinski, look at Werwinski go wide open, just going completely wide. And I'm sure Arison was like, Wes was told he had to leave after that Nelson non-call. I don't think so. The NHL would be like, no, it was great. What are you talking about? Don't criticize our refs or we'll get mad. Lindholm wins the draw. United States still gains possession. And look for the United States to spend the majority of this game pushing Sweden into icings like what you just saw and keeping that puck in the offensive zone. I think this could be a pretty exciting end. They are pushing. This matters. It matters, guys. Rosie Callahan says we need breakaway king Nylander to score. I think so too. USA is able to win the face-off draw, keep the puck in. Oh, man, they almost had one there. Jack Hughes is a monster tonight, setting up a ton of plays. Look at him out there. He has just been unreal. Forsberg, Arvidsson, Forsling back. Erik Karlsson is out there. They could not get the puck out. They finally are able to, and they can get a quick change. But not everybody on the ice is actually even able to get off. There's Boldy in. Hughes looking for a pass. I can't believe Jack Hughes is still skating that fast after a shift that long. Sloppy play by Sweden to break it out, and they hand it right back to the Americans, who are going to make a change. One of the American players, I believe it was, some of these, Dylan Larkin, some of these numbers are a little different than what I'm used to. Dylan Larkins is the same. Time check, 7:05 left in the third period, by the way. I'll count it down from 5 here. 7 minutes, 6:59, 6:58, 6:57, 6:56, 6:55 left in the game. America's starting to really press the Swedes here. And the Swedes are sort of playing into it, not doing the best breakouts, couple icings in there. You got to have some clean breakouts and maybe some sustained offensive zone pressure by Sweden here to run this clock out. Oh, no. Victor Hedman makes a cross ice pass. We got a breakaway. Oh, and what a save. It goes off of Arison's blocker. What a chance. I didn't even see who got it. Wow. 6 minutes and 20 seconds left to go in the third period. U.S. are flying. They are buzzing. Jack Eichels had a great game tonight. Back to Adam Fox. Werwinski to Fox. And in. Nice little floater. Puck is loose in front of the net. Sweden clears. They try to throw it out, but it's caught by the States. Forsling then intercepts. We got a 2-on-2 here. Forsling racing. The puck gets out to Arvidsson. Oh, and he just missed. Man, this is a free-flowing game. I don't know who this benefits. And the play is offside. Wow, that was a good little sequence of events. Will USA score? Chat, what do you think? It's in the chat right now. Dwayne McNeil, Adam, it was your boy Brock Nelson. Listen, I'm telling you, Brock Nelson on the Leafs would change the Leafs forever. M. Brazy, but Adam, we want the clap. I will give you the clap. I keep forgetting. Yeah, that was pretty exciting. I liked that back and forth. That was spicy. Nice and wide open and surprising, honestly, because obviously the United States wants to open it up. Sweden, you would think, wants to shut it down, but they're still kind of pushing for goal number 3 to see if they can get it. Because if they can do that, I think you pretty much seals the game because the United States at that point goes, whatever, you have this one. We're worried about Thursday now. Hey, guys, 1,260 people watching. How many of you have liked this video? It looks like only 606. Can we do more of that? Can we hit it more? And then I will give you the clap. It's just Julia. Yes, I will give you the clap. As in the clap that denotes that the puck has been dropped. And you can align your stream with the clap. This is where the clap is good. Gripper Nation. Dwayne McNeil. Most people, he gives the clap. But you get a whole round of applause. Help the stream. Hit like. Oh, yeah. Look at that. We just went from 620 to 653. Let's keep going, kids. Let's keep going. David Williamson, this tournament has been a whole lot better than the All-Star game. You know what's kind of nuts? Is that there is an All-Star game next year despite the Olympics. Next year's season's going to be long. Long. All right, guys. Get ready to receive the clap. Jay Crizzles, or Jay Sizzles, gifted 5 SDPN memberships. And if your name is Saul Good, or Dogwalker97, or Misha Patton, or Colton, you were gifted a membership. Make sure you hit it up. Make sure you say thank you. Make sure you check out SDP VIP for all your SDP VIP needs. Oh, okay. To be fair, I was going to give you the clap, but they didn't. They were doing a commercial read, and then they didn't get to the face-off. So the puck had already been dropped by the time they got to it. So I will get it to you. Adam, what if we don't want the clap? You're getting the clap. This is not up for debate. You're getting the clap. 30 shots USA, 20 Sweden. No icing on that. No icing on that? I mean, I know Hughes was right there, but no icing? It sure seemed like there was icing. Five minutes exactly left in the third period, kids. This is about to get real fun. Colleen gets it out. US is going to be looking for longer passes here. Quick breakouts. They're making a change right now. Dump and chase. Make it simple. Try to create opportunities along the boards. They've done a great job of that all tournament, digging like they are right now. And usually they don't stick along the boards. They're so quick at moving the puck off the boards. When you have guys like Jack Hughes on the ice and Austin Matthews when he was playing and all that, they're talented. Let's just put it that way. And we have a icing, it looks like, and I will give you the clap this time. So we can align streams 413. 413 left. 413. I'm going to keep saying it. 413. Are you ready? 413. I'm going to give you the clap. Here is the clap. The clap is incoming. You watched the Adam Wylde stream and all you got was the clap. Boom. There it is. That should be enough for you. Oh! Oh, man, they got that puck to Kyle Connor so fast. They just got, there was a Swedish stick right in the way. Wow, that was a great play by the United States. They're really freaking good, man. Holy smokes. Forsberg with the shot. Breaks in. Shoots. Oh, what a save. Ottinger makes 3 incredible saves in a row. Sweden almost went up 3-0 there. Victor Arvidsson, who was having himself a game as well, looked real close. Adrian Kempe behind the net, killing time, keeping it along the boards. Victor Hedman keeps it in with the backhand. There's Forsberg behind the net. Tries to get over to Arvidsson. Arvidsson back to Forsberg. Forsberg in and along the boards. Dahlin is pinching. 3 Swedish players back. Carlson, Dahlin, Hedman. Emo Jalapeno. Cassie is gone, but we'll fill her in Thursday. Adam, please tell us your favorite dad joke. Emo Jalapeno. There is 3 minutes left in this game. I do not have time for dad jokes. Dad humor. Also, I don't know a lot of good dad jokes. I'm more of like an in-the-moment dad joke guy, if I'm going to be honest. But there's no time. There's no time. There's simply no time. A 1-goal game. Jack Hughes is out there. He's had a great game. Jesper Bratt's out there. He scored a goal. William Nylander. Download a Bratt. Download a Bratt. Nope. Nylander holds it, and he loses it. Should have passed to Bratt there. Should have passed to Bratt. There's Jack Hughes coming across. Has looked spectacular with Jake Gensel. Gensel shoots a floater in. Harrison is going to try to not cover it up. Gets it to Forsling. Swedes are going to break out. They do not want that faceoff in their zone. They don't want another situation like they just narrowly avoided with Kyle Connor. They know the Americans are quick. Their defense moves the puck incredibly well. Brock Nelson has had a lot of ice time tonight. He's been a real factor. He started, I think, the first game versus Finland. He had like 5.5, 6 minutes the entire game. Now, you're starting to see him out there more, becoming more of a factor as the coach starts to trust him. I'm telling you guys, Brock Nelson is a Leaf. Put it out there in the universe. It'd be pretty cool. Lanky. Almost 3-1, not 3-0. Yes, sorry. Sometimes I say the wrong thing. Sometimes to be a human being, okay? 2 minutes and 1 second to go. I'm going to give you the guys the clap again. Get ready to receive the clap. Boom. Face off. That's 5 big booms. Boom, 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 boom. Boom. There's the 5th one. I am the new member of the Costco, guys. Be ready. 1 minute and 43 seconds. The States have pulled their goaltender. Let's see what happens here. Sweden collapsing low, making sure that they cannot get bodies in front of Sam Harrison. If they can keep the United States to the outside, they're going to be okay. But Jack Hughes is a problem. And Harrison's had a really good game. 1:22 left in the third period. Be prepared to receive the clap yet again. Oh, man. $122. Sweden's got to win this faceoff. They've lost a few too many faceoffs in their own zone in this game, and it's affected. I mean, you saw Kyle Connor there a couple minutes ago getting a beautiful feed. It looks like, yep, USA has called a timeout. And again, I ask you, if the USA team didn't care about this game, would they be calling a timeout right now? I think they care. I think they care. Hayden just told me a crazy stat. Sweden is the worst team in the face-off dot this entire tournament. They're only winning, on average, 42% of their face-offs. That's not good. That's not good. Not what I would have thought either. They've got some strong veteran centermen there. Apparently, the AI chat is going nuts now. The AI summary. 1,300 people in the chat. Can we get to 800 likes in the next 90 seconds, guys? Can we do it? Yo, if you're watching this and you haven't clicked like yet, how come, man? You don't love me? Support your boy. Support your boy. Pedersen has a 28% winning percentage in the faceoff draw. That is just not usable. Looks like Eriksson Ek won the faceoff draw there, which is a nice change for Sweden. But America was able to grab possession of that anyway. Haha, because they like to grab possession of things. Oh, and it's a shot down the ice. And Sweden just missed. I think that was Jesper Bratt. He wanted that. He wanted that goal. I wonder what him and Willie are talking about. America is doing their best to create rebounds. Bratt just wanted a... Oh, I don't blame him for taking that shot, by the way. He just missed. It's the United States, not America. Well, I'm going to call it America if I want to. America's called themselves Americans, so... United States of America. The US of A. Oh, Willie. Sweden cannot seem to grab possession. But they are doing a good job of keeping the States to the outside. Look, you see how they're collapsing down low? All five guys. Oh my God, it's side of the net. Nobody's there. Nobody's there. Here comes Bratt again. He's going to get it past center. And he's going to dump it. It does not go in the net. We're going to get a face-off right outside the USA blue line. That tip just went, that was just tipped out. Jesper Bratt with both clears. See how smartly Sweden is playing in front of their net? I mean, Victor Hedman is an enormous man. So that helps. Wow. 30 seconds away from a Swedish win. We'll see. We'll see. The American goalie back in his net. That'll be Jake Ottinger tonight. No Connor Hellebuck. He's saving his strength for Thursday versus Canada. Hopefully the Canadians make it harder for him next game than they did this one. Wow. Man, the Americans they transition so quickly. They're so good at finding that person racing towards the net. Swedish have broken that up as much as they can, but they are creating... Oh, and this game is over, kids. Sweden wins their first game of the tournament. There has not been a single game in this tournament that Sweden was involved with that did not come down to a 1-goal differentiation. That's crazy. That's crazy. The Swedes, every single game this tournament, 2 of them were sudden death. This one, they won it in the first period. 2 goals to the American goal in the first period. And by the way, good morning, Sweden. It's tomorrow. It's already Tuesday in Sweden. Big, big win for Sweden. That has to feel real good. That has to feel real good for them. I'm sure the United States is not totally like, I was hoping for like a Swedish blowout here where the Americans go, maybe we're not as good as we think we are. I don't feel like that's what this was. I think the Americans are pretty confident about their lives right now. But I was hoping. And now we know that they can lose. It's possible. By the way, I'm one like shy of 800. Do you think we can do it? Can we get there? Can we get there? Yeah. Over 800 likes. Well done, everybody. Well done. Sam Harrison. Well done to him. He only gets second star. I think he should have got first. But I think they're going to give this to Jesper Brott. Player of the game? I think Jesper Brott. What do you guys think? Gotta be, right? He was great. Watch, it'll be Jack Hughes. Brock Nelson for running over Sam Harrison. Yeah, Jesper Brott. He was great. Yeah. That was he played a great game. And I think Sweden can walk away from this tournament with their head held high, even though they're probably not thrilled about not going to the finals here, and who can blame them? If we're being honest, they kind of, I mean, they could have gone, it's 3 games where it's a 1-goal game. It could have been 3-0. No problem. Easy. Cosmo Kramer, I say Adam Wylde, player of the game. Thank you. Cosmo Kramer, Adam Wylde, MVP. Wow, Cosmo. Checks in the mail. Okay, guys. So tomorrow, I want to just give you a little update on the network here. Tomorrow we're doing an STP. Tomorrow CJ Show is going as well. Wednesday we got another STP. Thursday we got Canada US finals. We basically got a week with very little hockey in it. And then Friday we'll get the fallout of that game. Saturday we get the Leafs back. We get the whole NHL back. We've got a poll up. Who's the player of the game for you? Is it Brott, Arison, Rowinski, or Adam Wylde? Wow. And I'm winning the votes for, damn, you guys are so nice. You guys are so nice. Thank you. Now, listen, I do want to talk about this a little bit. As a Leaf fan, there have been some tough moments in TD Garden. And I'm cheering now for another team that wears a different color, but also still wears a maple leaf on their chest. And they have got to win a winner-take-all game on Thursday at TD Garden in Boston. In my professional life, right? Like, I've never been alive for a series where the Leafs take on the Boston Bruins and win. That has never happened in the 37 years I've been alive. And so, I'm just hoping maybe the Team Canada can exercise some of the demons with TD Garden that the Toronto Maple Leafs could. Is it possible? I sure hope so. I sure hope so. God. It's going to be nuts. Don't forget tonight, too, to check out Four Nations FR. I haven't seen it yet, but I can tell you this. Steve worked real hard on it. Drew worked real hard on it. And it will break down the Canadian-Finnish game. And the thing I'm excited most to hear what Steve has to say about is the end of the game, where Steve was like, "All right, are we really doing this again? Are we really doing 4-1 in TD Garden again?" Turns out no. Turns out they won. Still want to know what he has to say about it. So, guys, I love you. Gripper Nation, you were a blast tonight. Thanks so much for hanging out. And I will see you tomorrow, Wednesday on the show. Thursday, Steve, Drew, and Justin, and they're all going to be here. And I hope you will be too. Canada, United States, going to be a big game. And then leave Saturday. Love you all. Don't forget to buy your tickets to the Alibi Roadhouse. Have a fantastic night. Thanks so much to my crew, Justin, Robert, Hayden, you guys, and we will see you later this week.